as they'll ever be. Oh wait, did you tell her I'm running over to do the clock?
Welcome into year 3 of the GOAT 4v4 Hockey League. Brand new teams, brand new players. We're back here at the UPMC Lamort's new Sports Center on the YouTube channel instead of the Twitch. Makes it a little bit easier for us and everyone else at home to watch. But it's great to be back here. I'm Cade McCoy alongside me, Andrew Keel. As we said, new teams, new faces. Team Green, noticeably without their 2-star players this season, Logan and Eric Coy. Logan traded to Team Teal just last night, but instead they get a couple of new faces on their team in Jack Rosensteel and Justin Stupka. Team White came up a little bit short, finishing in the semifinals and eventually finishing in 3rd place overall. Green losing in the finals last season. But it's going to be an interesting first game here just to get a feel for what these two new teams have to offer here, Andrew.
Yeah, it's going to be definitely an interesting one. I feel while Green went undefeated in the regular season, we could see a very different team without those 2-star players. But the additions they made, they could make a big difference in keeping that undefeated and going all the way undefeated.
Team White led by their new captain, Sean O'Donnell, the UMass Lowell transfer. Brandon Sabota taking on an alternate role this year instead of the captain. He plays for Fargo, the United States Hockey League, and will actually play for Boston, the NCAA, next season. The San Jose Sharks draft pick, 3rd round, 71st overall in 2023. As for Green, as mentioned, Rosensteel and Stupka come over in a trade. As we look to get set here, Colby Saganook, the new captain for Green. Played with Sioux City last year, the USHL. He's on the go from Erie of the Ontario Hockey League. Face off, about to get underway here. Carter Shade, actually the one to take it. He'll win this one back to Rosensteel. Moves it forward. Houston. Back over here to Anthony Carone. Little give and go here. Working down is Team White. Taken away. Chance the other way now for Saxon Robertson. Tries to get around Carone. He takes it away. Turned over at center ice. Picked up by Saganook. Gets onside for Green. Enters and stripped away immediately by Jack O'Brien, one of the new players entering the Go 4v4 League this season. Here's Green. They'll work this one up high to the point. They'll send it down low to the stick of Rosensteel. Shot and save made by Nikita Volsky, one of the also new goaltenders added to the Go 4v4 League this year. Here comes White storming in. A shot glove save made by Zach Ferris. Once again, another new goaltender playing for the Johnstown Tomahawk. Shot on net, pad save. Behind the net, they're going to circle with it. It's O'Donnell off the back of the net. Gives this one off to Sabota. Sabota up high the point to O'Brien. O'Brien dances the blue line. Puts this one wide of the net. And now here comes Green the other way. They'll send this one off the wall, chasing it down. Shot and off the shoulder from Shade. At center. Played in by Whitford. He'll look to carry. Tommy Whitford on his backhand puts it towards the net and wide. Now the other way comes White, looking for the pass to O'Donnell. Past him, out of the net comes Ferris. He'll play this to the corner. Using the skates as White, turning in front. Shot, sailing off maybe the stick of Ferris into the netting from Anthony Sawicki. And we'll get our first stoppage here, Andrew.
First stoppage of play, just a minute in, 2 minutes in, my mistake. A lot of back and forth, and you'll see that a lot if you're new here. A lot of back and forth action. Barely ever a lot of zone possession.
Running clock, 23 minutes in the first, I believe 18 in the second, to give ample time for a possible stoppage of clock in a close game. Here's Sawicki, plays this one down, looking through center, and it works back to the point. Sawicki plays it down low. The give and go with Mahler. Mahler regains atop the right circle. He comes in, fires one, deflected wide. Carter Williams getting a stick in there. dancing just beyond the circle here. I'm going to move this one down low. Sawicki. Older brother Nick playing in just a couple of games here. Back to the point. Mallard wanted to change, and it'll roll to him at center. Mallard playing for Minot of the NAHL last season. Moves it forward for Connor Ripstein. Ripstein along the blue line. Puts this one on, deflected out of play by Robertson. And once, Andrew, something we're not used to here is defense, and we've seen a lot of defense so far.
Yeah, it's been a very defensive game so far. Hasn't really opened up offensively, especially for Green, which is something we were not used to last year.
Kept alive at the blue line. Green pushes one more time, sends this one down on net for Volsky to play this one off. Volsky playing for Odin of the NCDC, had a 9-3 record, a 2-1-4 goals against, a 9-3-4 save percentage. Down by himself is Green. They'll take their time with it, move this one across, saved by Volsky. Rebound, Volsky with another save. Green with almost a gimme, and Volsky shuts the door. They'll move this one out to the side. George Ackland gets bodied off, and now Green with a 2-on-0 the other way. They'll give it off to Saganook. Saganook breakaway, dances to the forehand and scores. Colby Saganook, the captain for Team Green, gets things going here early on in period one.
Green gets things going. They may not have the possession advantage, but they have the goals advantage now with that one by Saganook, all by himself with just a Green man behind them. No White in sight, and he wasn't going to miss that one.
Saganook, second in goals in all of GOAT last season with 18. Despite the Coolies being on the roster, Saganook ended up leading that team in goals. And here he comes again. Saganook works down. He has Robertson with him. Saganook looking, firing wide of the net. Colton Mauser sends this one down to Saganook. He'll chop at that one and send it along the wall. There to receive is Rosensteel. Plays this one around. Carter Williams is there. A lot of Hill School prep players on that White squad. George Ackland, one of them, the only returner from that school. Cal Houston, Youngstown Phantom prospect. Same place that his teammate Brandon Sabota spent a year and a half. Turned over, here's Saginaw. Sends this one down low, chipping it forward is Mauser wide of the net. Mauser regains it, looks in front, blocked. Volsky getting his stick down. His defense there to help clear. Here is Sabota. He'll work along the benches here into the zone. Sabota to his backhand. He'll turn, looking. Sabota towards the net, getting a piece of it with Ferris. Behind the net, O'Brien. Looks to go for the pass. A little bit of trickery. Green doesn't bite. And now the other way. Rosensteel pushes it to himself. Here he comes. Rosensteel, the give and go. The shot to Rosensteel and a save by Volsky. Nice little give and go is Schaefer. But reading it was Nikita Volsky, who's looked really strong here early on.
Rosensteel looked there to try and make the Green fans happy on that trade, getting traded for Cooley.
Here he comes again. It's Schaefer. Fires 5-hole and he scores. Quentin Schaefer sneaks 5-hole on Volsky. And it's 2-0. Fresh off a nice Elite 8 run for Pitt in the ACHA. And now here scoring goals for Team Green.
Definite good move there. Went 5-hole, opened him up, and then just slid it right through. There, I don't think there was a hope for Volsky on that one.
Green storming in here, looking to still keep the regular season undefeated champion title alive. At center, they'll regain. Drop this one off here. And forward. It's Camden Davis. Davis coming in, works it forward over the net. Off the give and go from Cermak. Volsky getting across, takes the moorings off the net here. Just about 7 minutes gone here in period one.
One good thing about being here is we got shots here. We don't have to keep track of them ourselves.
Yes.
So shots currently 7-6 in favor of Green. At one point it was 2-5 in favor of White. So Green has definitely changed the game.
You would say quality over quantity right now for Green, but now they're up leading the shot board. Trying to work through his shade. Eventually gets around. Or excuse me, Hertzberg. And Hertzberg looking shot. Puts that one. Actually, I still think that's Carter Shea. I think we got a change on the numbers. So I think that's a Penn State helmet.
Oh.
Now the other way coming down, putting it wide of the net. A good opportunity for O'Donnell. His gets stripped away. And now here comes Green again. Davis With the give and go, pass goes Aaron from Whitford. Davis plays this one behind the net. Turned over to O'Donnell. Looks for the Aaron pass. Kept alive by Beck McLean, a late addition to Green's roster. The Chatham player. Down low, this one rolls. White finally getting some ozone time here. And Green quickly taking that away. McLean with some space, he'll take it into the zone. McLean dancing, looking, pulls it through his legs and back to himself, but loses an edge. And now stripped the other way. Here comes Connor Ribstein looking to dance through Saginaw. Into the corner they meet. Saginaw pushes it towards the wall. He'll carry. Pushes this one out wide. Back up high, rolls to McLean. Shot pad saved by Volsky. In the corner, Saginaw dances the blue line. Puts this one across for the fellow Green player McLean. White takes it right back. Cal Houston looks to dance through. Green shuts it down. McLean pushes it to Saginaw. Drop pass to Simcoe. Simcoe to Saginaw, broken up by Anthony Caron. Now Cal Houston. Houston across for Ackland. Couldn't get through the skates. Rosensteel settling. Minor computer problem, so just audio for right now, but we are working on it. Here comes White dancing in. It's Caron. Pushes it behind the net. As Green moves it forward, now it's Schaefer. Schaefer coming up. Schaefer firing, saved by Volsky, and he'll cover that one up. Here at 13:30. Still working on the camera here. Just give us a couple of moments, but we'll try to do radio broadcast the best we can right now. Green takes this one behind the net. Cermak plays it across, saved by Volsky. White settling. We'll go to Jack O'Brien. Bryan carrying it forward. Gives this one on along the bench here. Going across, looking for Sabota. Couldn't get it. Now Schaefer works across to Rosensteel. He'll enter. Rosensteel across for Schaefer. Volsky gets across. We got the camera back up. Andrew working his technician magic. So thankfully no goals were scored. Hopefully the radio version of our broadcast was okay enough. You could hopefully visualize what was happening the last 2-ish minutes or so. Sabota looks to carry. Takes it up the left wall. Sabota taken away by Mauser. Forward for Rosensteel. Sends this one all the way down for Davis. Pass taken away by Gibson. Or excuse me, O'Brien. Gibson was 7 on White last year. I'm still used to the older rosters. Oh, we lost it again. Oh, no. And we're back again. Something maybe with our HDMI cord with our camera. Hopefully it doesn't keep flickering as bad as it is right now. Hopefully enough to make it stay here. Zach Ferris with the stop. Whitford around the wall to McLean. Hopefully Keel. That's the last time we got to mess with it. Here's Shade. Looks to carry it forward. Shade denied at the blue line. All over him was Sawicki. Shade beyond center. Now into the O zone. Taken right back by White. It's Maller across the blue line. The give and go. The shot saved by Ferris. Played for the Tomahawks, 9-14-2 record, a 2.64 goals against, that 9.24 save percentage for Ferris. Green escapes out of their zone now. They got men with them. Forward, this goes to Davis. Davis comes down, fires off the post. White will clear. Looking past the stick of Ondos, and he'll skate it down. Alex Onkos playing for Connecticut of the NCDC last year. Here's Maller looking for Ondos. Green breaks it up. Saginaw plays it back for Whitford. Across center. And taken right back by White. Here's Ripstein. He got speed down the left side. Working towards center. Firing save by Ferris. Zach Ferris, clinic so far here. Now the other way is Green. 2-on-2. Even numbers coming back for White. Into the corner, Robertson. Plays it around the wall to George Acklin. Acklin skies this one to Saginaw. Fortunately, he's not on the same team. McLean takes a tumble. Now the other way is Acklin. Backhand save. Ferris. Rebound. Ferris is there. Green clears. And this one will be the first icing of the hockey.
First icing in the first period of the first game. It took us about 6 games last year to get our first icing. But just a fourth of the way through this game, if we believe so.
Just about.
And it's a very low-scoring game, comparatively to last year at least.
We're used to seeing those 13-10-ish games, 2-0 so far in period 1. Mylan Cermak, also on Chatham, teammates of Beck McLean in his first year last year. And now White. Through center, Schaefer breaks it up. And lets Simcoe take it in. Simcoe, drop pass looking for Cermak. And White aggressively in there to try to take it away. Out with it comes Team Green, and they look across. Little give and go from Simcoe, and a save made by Volsky with the pad. Denying Colton Mauser. Mauser will pin it in the corner. Simcoe helping to try to dig it out here. 8.5 to go here in period 1. Acklin defensively dancing, and he'll hold behind his own net. Also something we're not used to seeing, a little slow change of play. You're trying to set something up, and now they got to get the change. They give to Anthony Carone. 10 goals last season in Go League. Carone fires, saved by Ferris with the blocker. It bounces to Davis. Davis looks to push forward. Sends it across to Rosensteel. Rosensteel will dance with it. Rosensteel tries one more dance through. Gives it off to Whitford. He'll pull up. To the point to Shade. Shade tries to take it through. White there to take it right back. And now a chance the other way past the stick of O'Donnell. Not a lot of shots the last couple of minutes. Shade throws this one across. Rosensteel shot, pad save, rebound is there. And White clears day breakaway. Jack O'Brien off the post, and rebound goes in. Jack O'Brien gets White on the board. His first career Go League goal, and it's 2-1.
An unfortunate bounce there for Ferris to give up his first goal of the game on first goal of his career in Goat on himself. Puts it in his own net. I mean, not on purpose.
No.
It just hit off him and went in. But a bad bounce there for Ferris, and the lead is cut in half.
Jack O'Brien, one of those Hill School players you mentioned, along with Carter Williams and George Acklin, all coming from the same high school. Shots now even 12-12. White feeling the momentum. Needs one more to tie here. Sabota crashing in. Glove save by Ferris. And Andrews, you know, as a goaltender's perspective, you need the next save, and that's beautifully done by Zach Ferris.
And it was a beautiful save as well. It wasn't one where it's like, oh, it just hit me. He made a great glove save on that one, catching one in that corner before it snuck its way up into that corner.
6.5 to go here in period 1. Shade playing center, something he does not do for the Penn State Mini Lions. He's a defenseman, wins that forward. Maybe something that Penn State might want to use going forward here.
Maybe not, he lost the draw. So.
Well, it's nice to see them try to this time, right? Sabota dancing, gives it to the point to Houston. Houston dances around here, gives it across Sabota. Be heading down to San Jose in just a couple weeks for their development camp. Houston moves it back. Sabota works his way to center. Drops it off one more time to O'Brien. Beautifully set up O'Brien. Shot saved by Ferris from Houston. And Shade will hold beyond his own net. Sabota fresh off his second straight USHL championship. Congrats to him. Him and Luke Malbouf, who we'll see in, I believe, next game, battled it out for the championship. This time Sabota coming up with his second straight with Fargo.
That last shift, you could see the pressure meter filling out all the way. They were White was going circles around Green in that last shift.
We talked about our new scoreboard that Andrew put together about 2 minutes before the broadcast started relating to each other. It's a pressure meter that they implemented that you're almost identifying our new scoreboard. Sagging up for McLean. McLean, sharp angle, fans on it. Looks to go around. And in there to help is his teammate. And Cermak. Cermak behind that. Bodied away by Sawicki. Sawicki settles. Puts this one towards the wall, trying to chase down Zondos. First to it is Brody Simcoe Green. Defensive miscue from Mauser. Eventually clears this one past Schaefer all the way down. Simcoe will race for it. Icing is waved off. That's the go we're used to seeing right there. Towards the net, Volsky off his own player. Stops it, wanted to whistle. Referee says play, and they do.
Once again, more goat than we're used to.
This is we're starting to use our way into it.
Yeah.
Ondos turns with it. Sends this one down low. Going across for the pass to Ackland, did not go from Maurer. Green recollects, will sky this one into the zone. Settled down by Whitford, looking across, had Schaefer, couldn't get it. Now the other way, Ackland looked to have a breakaway. Green has to get on sides, and now entering is Mauser. Mauser's shot, save, rebound pops free, and an empty net goal for Brody Simcoe. And it's 3-1 Green.
A beautiful shot. I mean, it went in. Wide open net to shoot for. Unfortunate there for Volsky. Looked the wrong way. Misread the rebound. As he thought it bounced to his right, it bounced to his left. And a wide open goal for Simcoe.
Simcoe committed to Lebanon Valley College in his second Goat League season. Mauser putting on some moves. Now a 3-on-1 the other way. Whitford across for Schaefer, bouncing puck and couldn't settle. Cam Davis looked to take it up high. Across this one goes Schaefer. Down low, firing, pad save, Volsky. Schaefer down low one more time. Has Whitford. Under 3 to go here in period 1. 3-1 Green. At the blue line. Crunch by Sean O'Donnell. Down low all by himself. Backhand save by Volsky. Robbing Whitford.
Had all the time in the world and couldn't do anything with it.
O'Donnell coming in. Drop pass towards the net and colliding with Sabota off the shot saved by Ferris. Whitford tied up, and here comes White the other way. Williams down low to Sabota. Sabota up high. Dancing in, saved by Ferris on O'Donnell. One more time Sabota's shot. Ferris right to it. Referee in the way, almost helping Green for a moment as Rosensteel looks to push it towards the wall. Green to clear. Ends up hitting off a White player and bouncing their way. Up high, the shot blocked away by Mauser. Houston looking for Sabota. Can't get it through the Green defender. Under 2 now. Green looks to settle. Rosensteel has Mauser to his side. Mauser carries, has Rosensteel in stride. Here he comes. Rosensteel down the left wall. Fires one, dangling, and stopped by Volsky. Behind the net all by himself. Shuffles this one over to Robertson. Down low again. Rosensteel. Fresh off the trade from Teal. Shade off the bench. Behind the net. Plays it to himself behind the wall. Shade. Looks for some trickery. Has a man in front trailing Rosensteel. Just denied by Volsky. Now the other way comes Anthony Carone. Looks for the give and go for Sabota. Out of his reach. They have to touch up. Houston. Dances the blue one. Gives it Sabota. Sabota. Around 1. Takes this one outside. Stick coming in of Mauser. Denies him. Under a minute to go. Here comes Saginaw. The captain of Green has 1 goal already tonight. Saginaw looks to dangle. Dragged down by Houston. The other way, Sabota. Stands at the blue line. Has O'Brien. Looks for him. Save made by Ferris. Now the other way, 2-on-1. Now we're back to the old goat here. Backhand attempt. Hits off the crossbar. Good look for Robertson. He'll head to the bench. And it could be a dangerous change because here comes White the other way. Backhand save by Ferris on Sawicki. 15 seconds. O'Brien towards the net on the back door. Ferris right to it. I don't know how he got across on that one.
Makes a miraculous save, and that's probably going to do it for this period.
At the end of the first, Green leads 3-1. We'll step aside to catch our breath for a brief moment, and we'll be back in a moment. Second and final period of play coming up. Green up 3-1. They'll stay on the same sides. It is 23 minutes of game time. There's a little bit of back and forth from the left side or the far side of your screen between Shade and Sawicki. And here comes Saginaw towards the net. Flying stick coming in of McLean would not go. Teal, just your first thoughts. Your 18-17 shots. Pretty even, except on the scoreboard.
I think your MVP so far this game is Zach Ferris. He's made some incredible saves for Green. I don't want to jinx him right here, though.
And there he is getting the glove down, keeping that puck out of harm's way. Anthony Sawicki seems to be really good here as he played the U18s last year. He'll play for Johnstown, the same team that, the goalie he's shooting on is playing on. So I guess good practice for Zach Ferris.
Yeah. He'll get to learn how to beat him in a game and then beat him in practice.
So far, nothing on the board for Sawicki, though. Feel like in due time he might get his flowers here against his future goaltender. Jack O'Brien, the lone goal scorer, fires one off the toe of Ferris, and Saginaw sends this one out for Shade. Shade coming in. Shade looking across, and a save made on the back door. Robbing Cermak was Volsky. We talked about Ferris having a really good. I think Volsky, for the most part, has had a very phenomenal first showing. Coming in, O'Brien putting on the moves and puts it wide. These new young players putting on a clinic so far in this first go before week one action. All the way down by himself, it's Simcoe. Simcoe scores. Puts it to his forehand, beats Volsky for a second of the game, and it's 4-1 Green.
It looked like he almost faked going between the legs again because Volsky closed those legs very quickly, thought that he had it, and then reached on the other side of him, and he buries it. I thought he was going for it.
That's what I thought.
I thought he was going right between the legs. He got us all.
Simcoe out wide to Schaefer. Schaefer shots out of rebounds there for Davis. And denied. White pushing. It's Ribstein dancing through the give and go. Stopped by Green. Into the corner. Ribstein. Behind the net, looks to tuck. Short side. Ferris laying down. I don't know how he kept that one out.
I don't know either, but looked like O'Donnell, Captain O'Donnell, thought that one went in. At least did a little persuasion to the ref to try and say it went in.
He'll win the draw, does O'Donnell. Moves to Ackland. Plays a little catch with Ribstein. Pushed out by Green. Davis gets the puck stripped away. Coming in now, O'Donnell. Fans on the pass given by Ondos. Now Green looks to clear. Quentin Schaefer looks to go one-on-one. Works to the outside, dangling in. Schaefer behind the net in front for Davis. Davis holding. Pushes this one across to Quentin Schaefer. Broken up by the stick of Ribstein. A-plus chance for Green. They still hold possession. 4-1. About 20 minutes to go. Chipping his way down to Simcoe, denied by O'Donnell's back check. Standing down is Ribstein. Goes across for the shot from Williams. Hits off the glove of Ferris. Walking the blue line. Ackland. Across. Bounces free. O'Donnell's shot saved by Ferris. Behind the net. Bouncing puck. Doesn't go a Greenway. A chance here. And somehow making the save was Ferris, pushing the net off. And it might be a life-saving play there for Zach Ferris as White was swarming in front of his goal crease.
They had the pressure meter all the way up again. They seem to be good at possession in the zone, which we didn't see a lot of from any team really last year. There's a lot of fast breaks. White has done a good job keeping possession, but Green's doing a great job on defense, and Ferris holding the door whenever they have any small blunder.
Still holding on to a 3-goal lead. We know how quickly that can change. Davis wins it forward. He'll carry. Davis shuffles it. And now White moves it to center. They have a 2-on-1. Houston going across for the stick of trailing Williams, or Sabota, excuse me. Hit into the wall was Williams. Sabota will pick it up for White. Sabota dances the blue line, puts on a little dangle. Puts this one off for Houston out of his reach. He'll have to go back to center. Forward for Sabota. Into the left corner. Shovels it behind the net. No White player there. And Saganuk, standing by his lonesome, will just back skate his way to center and put this one in the zone. Rosensteel puts it 5-hole. Stopped by Volsky. Rebound is there. Shoveled off into the corner. Volsky, 18 saves so far in this hockey game. Houston for Sabota. Sabota through center. Pushes it out wide. Crone towards the net. Getting a piece of it was Ferris. At center, Sabota looked for the slide tackle play. Now Green coming in. Sawicki pushes it out momentarily. Sawicki gives it off to Houston. Pushes it forward, looking for Carone. Carone, partial breakaway. Goes between the legs, stopped by Ferris. Not gonna fool him with the between the legs shot. Sabota dances through center. Puts on a clinic here entering. Sabota. Behind the net will hold on his backhand. Circles this one. To give and go with O'Brien. Back to Sabota. Sabota with room, kicks it to himself. Holds in the corner, has Houston up high. Houston looks to go through center, the give and go with O'Brien. White passing has been excellent. Backdoor chance for Houston. Stopped by Ferris. Passing clinic, a better save by Ferris.
Like I said, White has had all the possession game they need. They just can't break the Green defense and Ferris. The only goal that's gone in on Ferris was scored by himself.
That's true. If you want to put a goal next to Ferris's name here, make it technically 5-0 Green. Looking for some insurance is Green here. And Saginaw just lets top off here. White 2-on-1 pushed in front for Maller. Plays it around to Sawicki. Anthony Sawicki goes to Adam Maller. Maller's shot, stick save, glove down to himself, pulls it behind the net. Maller holds. Goes to O'Brien. O'Brien's shot blocked by Simcoe. Houston at center. Gives to Sawicki. Sawicki with steam down the right side. Fires one glove stop. Ferris. And he'll hold.
About 15 minutes to go here. And Ferris has done a great job.
25 saves. When's the last time we've seen a goalie with 25 plus saves? It's probably been since, Dylan Bork maybe against Green last year. We put on 40 saves, but they still lost 11-2.
Yeah. There were a couple games last year where they're putting up double-digit goals and making 30-plus saves.
Simcoe around to McLean. Pushes it across, looking to keep in a shade. He does for a moment, but White will chop at it, and now they have a 2-on-1 the other way. O'Donnell dances in, goes for the one-tuck wide of Ferris. Almost highlight reel and almost had him. Shade. Dances away into the zone for Green. And we pushed up high. White chops at it. Second chance and moves to center 3-on-1. Ackling across. Maller shot over the net. Now the other way, Green will slow up. Simcoe for McLean. 5-hole and scores. McLean really had Volsky biting on that one. It's 5-1.
Just kind of flipped it between his legs. Looked like he had it on its side and just kind of tapped at it, flicked it, because it looked like it did a little coin flip when it went in the net.
It was definitely rolling. McLean just sometimes the lucky bounces. And Volsky on the wrong end of that one, unfortunately. You look back at all the Green goals, and there's not one you could really pinpoint, yeah, that was on the goaltender. There's been a lot of puck luck in this game. Davis chopping, Volsky save. He'll play it dangerously, is right there. It's Simcoe looking for his hat trick. Simcoe at center. Pushes it back to Davis. Now down low to Simcoe once more. Playing a little catch. They'll push that one to the side. Backpedaling is Green. They got 13 minutes to hold on to a 4-goal lead. Here's Simcoe. Simcoe breakaway scores. Brody Simcoe. Hat trick in game number 1. It's 6-1 Green.
I mean, it seems like Green has solved Volsky. I think that's 4 or 5 goals, 5-hole?
Yeah, it's been a lot of 5-hole.
And one that was faked 5-hole?
It's been almost every one.
Yeah, except for the rebound.
White looking to respond. Ferris with the stick. How did he do that?
What a save. That is immaculate.
I'm not sure how he made the save. The net did come off. The goal still would have counted if it did go in, but man. The Johnstown Tomahawks have one hell of a goalie, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
No coolies, no problem for Team Green. Green bench still in awe of their goaltender. White looking to try to solve them. They got 12 minutes to do so. O'Donnell coming in, saved by Ferris. He'll push it off to the corner. Williams turned over. Green has numbers and will settle. Forward for Davis. Bounces off his stick. They'll roll into the corner.
If I'm not mistaken, looking at this sheet, Ferris was the only draft pick they had? The only player that did not play last year.
The only new player, I should say.
Okay.
The only rookie of GOAT, I should say. Some of them played for other teams. McLean, I think, was on red. I think Whitford was as well. But if you're talking about rookies, brand new players, it's only Ferris.
And he's sure showing out.
So if you want to count Stupka and Rosen, they're fill-ins, quote-unquote fill-in players. But they have experience. I guess that's not technically a rookie, per se. Ferris. send it all the way down, and something we're not used to seeing is multiple icings in a game.
Wow. That's more rare than hat tricks in these games.
The sad part is it's true.
Yeah.
The most common things we see is
Breakaways?
offsides, breakaways, and hat tricks.
Yep.
And I think if you want someone to watch this, I think you tell them 3 words: it's hat trick, breakaway, and offsides.
Yeah, even
They'll
though that's
go,
4
"What?"
words.
Combine the words. 3 phrases. Okay, 3 phrases. And I guess the 4th one could be Logan Coley, but that's for 2 hours from now. We have that game. Surprise appearance from him. Pad stop from Ferris. Turned over, and they'll look to send it out. And will we see the hat trick of icings? We will. 3 icings in 1 game.
2 in less than 30 seconds.
Wow. All of them by Green.
10 minutes to go. 3/4 of the way through this game. Can White make a big push? We've seen it happen. What team was it last year?
I think it was Red.
I think it was Red. Scored, what,
It was
6
against-
goals in
Yeah, it was against
a minute and a
Black.
half?
They had 2 minutes or something to work with, pulled the goalie, and we're like, what are they doing? And they ended up scoring, 7 goals, taking it to overtime. And there's a goal from Sabota, finally solving Ferris. And it's 6-2. If you figured it was going to be somebody, it was going to be Brandon Sabota.
Yeah.
Don't call it a comeback quite yet.
Yeah.
Still have just around 9.5 to play. Sabota, 8 goals last season in GOAT. Had to miss, of course, a couple of games for, the NHL draft and the Sharks development camp and, important stuff like that.
Yeah.
Nothing big. Sabota dances through again. Former Murraysville deck hockey player, legend, Brandon Sabota. You weren't around to be a team, I don't believe.
No.
You're just still in the Penn Hills area, I think, Andrew. But just as good at deck as he was at ice, I'll say that. High stick called on Houston that played it. And get a stoppage here just under 9 minutes to go. Be an offensive zone draw for Green. Shots still favor White. 29-25. You look, if we had an offensive zone pressure time clock, I think White would probably be double
Oh,
at
yeah.
this point.
Almost all of Green's goals came off the rush.
Saganook dangles the referee. Moves it behind the net now. Saganook holding. Plays this one down low. They're just going to try to kill off some clock while making some pressure. Is a little bit of shoving match behind the net with Sawicki. Is really battling for it as White knows they need the puck and they need to score goals quickly. Turned over Sabota. Works this one out wide to Houston. Houston dangling, moves out wide. Sabota, that's O'Brien, the blue line, couldn't shake through. Breakaway the other way, it's Carter Shade. Out of his net, Volsky. Shade backhand, he scores. Carter Shade. 7-2 Green. They really needed that one.
And another goal on the rush for Team Green once again. They're pretty good on the rush, you could say.
Volsky very aggressive, as we've seen on a couple breakaways. Some good, some bad.
Yeah.
They seem to get him moving. That's where they make him pay. Also, if you look up, I know it's not on our camera, but there is a Kyle Dubas sighting.
There is a Kyle Dubas
in the
sighting.
UPMC Liberty Sports Center. Brandon Sabota holding. Definitely a player that Dubas probably wish he had in his pipeline was Brandon Sabota. At center will give and go with Acklin. Acklin looks to enter. Down the left wall. Trying to push through. Gets it right back. 7 minutes to go. 7-2 Green. Sabota off the back of the net. And a penalty coming up to Sabota for a cross check. Getting to the back of Mauser. Maller pushing as Ferris trying to get to the net, but there's a breakaway to McLean. Cermak. Cermak coming in. Save made by Volsky. Reaching out. We talked about him being aggressive that time and paid off. And to the box is Brandon Sabota. Something we're also not used to seeing. Penalties.
And I almost called that one. I said, hey, I should make a power play setup. And you said no.
Yeah, I did say no. I think last season there is less than a handful of penalties throughout every game combined. And, of course, in the first game, we get a penalty.
Yes.
Hopefully a trend that we do not want to see because we do not want to make it extra graphic. It's a lot of work. But it'll be a minute penalty that'll start off the face-off of Sabota for cross-checking. Simcoe out there to win the draw, goes to Davis. Out wide, a shot from McLean. Beautifully set up. Stopped by Volsky with the toe. Two Chatham boys out there. It's Cermak going across. Puts that one wide. Back to retrieve is McLean. Only a minute power plays because of the running clock. Simcoe looks to lead the rush. Goes down low to Cermak. Up high to McLean. McLean shot. He scores. Back McLean's second of the game. And it's 8-2 Green, making them play on the power play.
Also, penalties do not end on a goal.
Oh, that's right. I think it only happened one time last year, if I'm mistaken.
Yeah.
An actual power play goal. Something. Should we keep track of power? I think we
should. It'll be an interesting stat to see who the 3 people who score power play goals are at the end of the year.
Maybe shorthanded as well, as Williams looked to have a little bit of a break for a second for White. Taken away by Simcoe. 20 seconds left of the Sabota penalty. Simcoe dancing away, flips it forward to Davis. Davis down the right side. Davis up high, off the stick of the trailing Whitford, and here comes William. Bodied away. Holding behind the net, Sabota set free. A successful power play for Green to expand the lead to 6. Schaefer turned over. Chance for O'Donnell, pushed wide. Behind the net, out of the box, Sabota. In front, O'Donnell, second whack. Ferris keeping himself up, makes a couple of saves. And Green will almost kept out. And now taken the other way. Davis pulls up. Sends this one all the way back. Smart play by Green. But going back to that Ferris play, 3-4 saves from the corner. Simcoe, little 10-on-10 action, dangling in. Simcoe wrapping around, save made by Volsky with the pad. Now the other way, Sabota one-on-one with Schaefer. Sabota works to the right side, dances through, taken down, and takes out Ferris. And will we see a penalty shot, or will this be just a tripping
penalty?
Well, in a season last year where there was barely any penalties, now we have 2 in a matter of a couple of minutes.
And I almost said, oh, what if we get a bunch of penalties? We'll need the power play. You said, no, we'll be fine.
Well, now that I know, we're going to make a graphic and nothing's going to happen. There's going to be no penalties the rest of the season.
Empty net for White.
Interesting strategy here. But 5-on-3, you got to play the numbers game.
And you got a full minute of play.
Clock still runs. Power play clock does not. Sabota down low, works up high to Houston. Back to Sabota. He'll carry in. Sabota looking. Across this one goes. Rolls behind the net. Sabota to re-pick it up. Has Carone parked to his left. Rolls back to the point to Ribstein. Down low to Carone. Carone in front. Chipped up and wide by Sabota. O'Donnell, the other one in front of the net. Carone playing a little catch with Houston. Back to Ribstein, over now to Houston. Shot towards the net, save made, rebound and poked in. Anthony Carone, power play goal, and it's 8-3.
It does look like they do stop the main clock right now.
Within a certain number, I think you have to stop. I think it might be, I don't know if it's 5.
I thought it was 3.
Maybe, I don't think it is. Maybe just because it's a power play.
Maybe.
They'll give them the benefit of the doubt here.
So our clock on the screen will be wrong.
Just by a couple of seconds. We do not anticipate a stopping clock.
It is going to be 21 seconds off.
Shade had an empty net chance, fanned on it, ends up taking a White player down in the corner. Shade looking for an empty netter. Carone has a man in stride, coming in is Ribstein. Dropped off, out of the box, comes Schaefer, who took the tripping penalty. Here's Schaefer. Forward for Shade, breakaway on the ANG, Clapper and scores. Surprise, there's no dropping the mitts after, because we've seen slapshot goals resulting in fights, but Shade's empty netter's second of the game. It's 9-3.
Yes, as the time stops once again, we will be further behind, or further ahead, my mistake.
Yes. I do think after this point it should be.
It is running.
It's running now.
They stopped it for a solid, 10 seconds.
There's going to be about 30 seconds ahead. No biggie. Game pretty much concluded at this point, marrying a absolute miracle from White.
Our clock has just hit 1 minute, so it was 37 seconds ahead we are.
Not bad. Not bad at all. That's quick movement by the referees to get things going. Into the corner. A bunch of bodies climb, 3 each side. Up high for Solecki. Shot almost taking out Maller, who had to duck out of the way as low as the referee. Maller to Solecki. Fire, save, Ferris. Chop that. It'll roll to center. If White's a daring, does Wolski come out again, Andrew?
I don't think so at this point. They took him out for the power play. I don't think they're taking him out with 1 minute left of this game.
In front, Ondos attempts to keep the battling puck. Cleared away by Green, is now on the game clock. We're under a minute to go. Wolski out of his net, will play this one himself. Saganuk there. To himself, Saganuk across, looking for Rosensteel. He fanned on the attempt. In the corner, Saganuk picks it up. Dangles in himself, backhand, Wolski save. 30 seconds to go. Turnover, chance here for Green. Towards the net, chopping at it, and rolls behind the net. Robertson had a chance there. Stick pops free of Mauser up high. 15 seconds to go. There is a shot from Mauser going high and wide. 10 seconds left here in the hockey game. Cleared out. White maybe wants one more. Ferris says no, coming way out and clears it. And Green keeps their regular season undefeated streak alive with a 9-3 victory over Team White, excuse me.
And just like I said earlier in the game, MVP, I'm giving that to Zach Ferris.
Yes.
31 saves and a bunch of beauties.
It was really a phenomenal performance. 31 saves for Zach Ferris in this 9-3 victory for Green. Just remarkable stuff from the Tomahawks netminder. And this Green team, you know, we had questions if having no Coolies would hurt them. Well, it seems like they're doing just okay. They're doing very well. And phenomenal game for them, but for White, solid roster, solid goaltending from Volsky in some areas. But they definitely have some work to do, and I don't think they're going to be the bottom dwellers of this league by any means. They've looked very strong in moments here, especially that passing clinic for most of that second period.
Yeah, if they found a way to solve Ferris earlier in the game, I think this is a much closer game.
A hat trick from Brody Simcoe and 31 saves from Zach Ferris. Green takes the win over White 9-3. Teal will have the next game here, black and red, a semifinals matchup from last year, as we'll see Christian Humphreys, the 2024 NHL draft prospect and his squad, take on Team Black. We'll be right back just after this.
Christian is draft eligible.
Yeah, he's supposed to go like
Projected second, third round.
somewhere around there.
Bell Sterling. Is it Sterling or Sterling?
L. Sterling.
Sterling. Okay. Emphasis on the Sterling.
L. Sterling.
Cadwalder.
Cadwalder.
Cadwalder. Sometimes I think what I do is I overdo it, and I think I like.
A lot of it's overthinking.
Yeah. Dude, that kid that said he worked for the Trib, or not the Trib, the Post Gazette, he looks so familiar.
He probably worked in one of these days.
Probably. I kept going, just in case. Wow, so they combined for 20, no, 32 goals. No, so bad at that.
Huh?
The Humphrey brothers last year.
33?
Dude, I can't believe
You're close.
I'm so bad at math. It didn't look like it was taking up the whole screen on the broadcast. I wasn't sure. What? Like there was black borders surrounding it on the broadcast. I'm not sure how it's supposed to work.
Hey, can you put that on real quick? I don't know if I need a tad more.
What?
I don't know if I need a tad more. Or you think I'm good?
I think you're good. I can hear you
Okay.
fine.
All right. And handle me right now.
Welcome back to the Lemieux Sports Complex for a semifinal rematch from last year. It's the champion Red taking on Black. I'm Andrew Keel, alongside me, Billy Depew. What are you looking forward to in this matchup?
I mean, you already said it. It's an aforementioned matchup. You know, these guys respectively finished first and third in the GOAT League last year. Red winning the entire thing. Excited to see them square up again.
As Black looking like they've got a bunch of new guys coming to their roster. Rookies, 5 rookies coming in for Black that did not play at all last year. Red with 2.
Yeah, and the important thing to note about Red is that they pretty much got 2 of the best players back in this entire league. And they just so happen to have the last name, J.C. Humphreys and Christian Humphreys, combining for 33 goals in the GOAT season last year.
Yes, combined captains they are of this Red team. Christian is a draft-eligible prospect for this year.
Yeah, somewhere in that second to third round, but it's also important to note that he is a Michigan commit as well.
Yes, and his brother is going to the NAHL to Janesville next year. So going separate paths they are, but both equally as dominant in this GOAT League.
Yeah, I mean, respectively, each JC had 14 last year. Christian had 19. They both have the seat, the captain on them. And it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out for this Red team.
Speaking of captains, Black without their captain, Jackson Morehouse, not here for today's game. They're going to rely on their assistant captains, Zach Hickson and Austin Orvitz.
Yeah, and Morehouse not being here is kind of a big blow. He's the only guy from GOAT last year on this team that had over 10 goals. Down at Middlebury right now for NCAA play, but regardless, we're going to start without him.
Face-off is going to be won by Red, and it will be Humphreys who starts things out. He's going to send this one all the way up. Tomko, offside. Didn't see that one, but apparently offsides. Tomko unhappy about that.
Yeah, close call for the Zebras. Listen, Red really wanted to get out of the gate quick, if that wasn't evident right there off the quick push from Will Tomko.
Face-off one back to Kreidler. His first game on an official team. He filled in a bunch last year, but is actually on the Black roster this year. Pushing up. Sawicki. Shot off the crossbar. And it's going to be taken by Tomko now, and he's got some 7-on-7 action, and it will be Maldouf who picks that one up. Passing this one at the blue line. Between his legs, intercepted though, but picked up by Black and sent in by McDonald as they go for a change. Love to pick it up.
And it's important to note, speaking of the changes, that Red's roster is a little bit more slim than Black. Black's going to look to make a lot more line changes than Red will.
Just 7 guys on the bench, so one person have to double shift for Red. Speaking of 7, Tomko holding the puck and sent out behind his back. Pressuring in. Norke Vikics. Sent across. Top of the circle, down to the circle. Going to wrap it around. Still holding it. It's back to the point. Love sent in, just shot wide. Love going to pick up his own rebound at the blue line. Sent in, save made there by Kreidler, and another one to follow.
Andrew, Red has really had a good amount of control on the puck so far. They need to continue to have that. The shots are 3-0. Vice versa for Black. They got to get it going, especially with more guys on the bench. You can really push it more than Red is able to.
One back by Black once again. Still looking for their first shot, as Billy mentioned. As pushing up is Golfin. Golfin not getting the first one to it. As Red's going to pick it off, but picked off behind the net. Into the slot. Shot save made. Rebound in front. Stopped by Mistretta. First time we're mentioning his name tonight.
Yeah, and that was a big save right there. Zach Goldfin on the other side of the net waiting for the one-timer was very easy. But Mistretta steps in front of that one, denies the one-timer.
Black's going to win this one back to the point. Lewandowski sends it down. Mitchell along the blue line into the slot, wide open shot, save made by Mistretta. Lewandowski picks it back up. He's going to send that one in front, off the post, rebound, save made by Mistretta. Getting across there and just barely getting in the way.
Yeah, that was a scramble play. Mistretta perfectly times it. Had a wide open net there for Black. They could not get it off in time, and Mistretta, right place, right time.
Black continuing with this momentum in front, rebound, and that one's going to go in. Cohen, Belsterling, and it's 1-0 Black.
Yeah, you can almost label that commentator's curse. You know, I just gave Mistretta props for getting over in time. Not necessarily his fault on that one, just a loose puck. Easy goal there for Belsterling. It's 1-0 Black.
As he will get his first. He had 3 last year and gets his first early, the first goal of this game.
Andrew, how quickly has this shot amount turned over? It's 6-3 now Black, as there's another opportunity there, and it's off the top of the net.
Lands on top of the net just barely. Could have been bar down on a little flip. That would have been insane. As Red finally gets it into the zone, but it's going to be picked up by Kreidler, who's going to send that one to Lewandowski, and right back. Oh, intercepted, but no. Lewandowski will pick that one back up. Malbouf pushing in at the bottom of the dot. Shot just goes wide. Picked up here by Belsterling. The goal scorer sends it all the way back to McDonald. McDonald now pushing up off the give and go. All the way across to the dot, off the post. What a shot there by Kroc.
Yeah, Kroc let one loose there. Just missed off the iron, going to go into the netting, and they're going to reset here down in red zone.
After being down 3-0 in shots, it's now 8-3 in favor of Black.
Yeah, they've really turned up the heat, especially on possession and really getting down there and holding possession of the puck.
Sent up. Swick can't get through both Red, and now Red looking like they're finally going to get another shot. That one goes off the mask, it looked like, and bounces all the way back to Love. Love to Norkovicic. Down below the line. Norkovicic back behind the net, turned over, and it will be picked up by Black, only getting one shot in that good, much needed possession.
And they need to get more on target there, and they're going to have to eventually bury one, obviously. Still a lot of time left here in the first.
Cole Antonio with the puck, his first game in GOAT. He's one of the 5 rookies on Black. Pushing in, Kroc lays it behind, shot goes up into the netting. That one by Swick.
Yeah, as you mentioned, Andrew, a lot of new faces, not only for GOAT, but for this Black team as well. As you mentioned, 5 new players for GOAT all over the world as well. A lot of guys from the NCAA. As you mentioned, Cole Antonio from Hamilton. A lot of exciting new players coming to the GOAT 4v4 League.
Red with possession behind their own net. Going to pass that one up to Humphreys. Christian, that is. He's going to move his way in, just poked away by Kreidler. And pushing up, McDonald pushes it to O'Brien. Into the slot, one-touch pass. Across, just getting in the way was Humphreys. Humphreys now going to send it across to Schaaf. He's going to push in. Wraps it around. Falling is Kreidler, not able to get the shot off. Sending it across. O'Brien. Into the far corner. Into the slot. But no one there. And it's now Red. Coming in, it's Schaaf. Schaaf shot. Glove save there by Kreidler.
Andrew, I know I already mentioned it, but I really think Black has to take advantage of the bench count. You know, they got 4 extra guys coming off the bench, rotational pieces as well. Another important thing to note about Black, this is a team that is a very defensive-loaded team. There's a lot of defenders on this team. You don't see that a lot in the GOAT 4v4 League. There are some teams that actually only have 1 actual defender on their roster, and there was a one-timer opportunity.
A lot of possession here off the draw from Red. Sent there around the net, but it's going to be picked off by Black. Malbouf pushes. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell in, shot save made, tries to get his own rebound, but covered there and will be played by Mistretta by the Cree of the referee. Sent up on a breakaway, just bounces off his stick though of Norkovikics. Black now kind of have to play on their heels after a lot of playing on their toes the first part of this game.
Yeah, and that's just recently turned up, Andrew. They've done a pretty good job of playing in red zone, but these past few minutes have been all red, and here they go again.
That one just out of reach, poked away by Malbouf, who's going to send this one up the length of the ice on the dot. It's picked up by Belsterling. Going to send this one across. One more pass. That one by Cole Antonio just goes wide. Cole Antonio going to pick up this puck and dump it around. Humphreys is there to collect. The NHL prospect sends this one up. It's going to pass. Was intended for one. Intended, now picked up. Tomko in. Shot off the post.
Man, Andrew, a lot of shots so far that you could label as what could have been a lot of iron being hit here in this first half, first 10 minutes of red versus black.
Love carrying it. He's going to push across. Back to the point. Black, after the interception, into the slot, and the shot, and he scores! John McDonald, and it's 2-0 Black.
Yeah. Was that John?
That was McDonald.
That was John McDonald.
His first goal in his first GOAT game.
Yeah,
He's
and
one of the 5 rookies.
And right, and that wasn't really an easy shot. That was an off-platform shot that he kind of didn't have a lot of velocity on it, but did pick it up as a one-timer and is able to make it 2-0 for Black.
Picked up down in the corner. Messing with it, sends it back to Lewandowski. Lewandowski down to the red line. Pass goes back to Lewandowski. He's got McDonald. Tries to hit Lewandowski, pass intercepted, but eventually makes it to him. Sawicki. Across, back in front, and he scores! Caden Lewandowski goes bar down, and it's 3-0 Black.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't get really any easier than that, Andrew. The setup play for the one-timer for Lewandowski. A nickname for him, Lewandowski, also could work here. 3-0 for Black. Doesn't get any easier than that.
Lewandowski put up 6 goals last year. Already got his first. Reds got to get on their horse to try and get back into this game. Almost doubled in shots by Black at this point. Schaaf carrying. Going to go back to Humphreys at the point. Humphreys puts on the spin. Across to Love. Love sends it down. Tries to go up the middle for Schaaf. But it's going to go all the way down back to Mistretta.
Andrew, Red's really got to have to playing in Black zone here. I know they're down a few guys on the bench, and some guys are going to be playing a little gassed than usual. And here's Humphreys, no good.
Humphreys shot saved there by Kreidler. Rebound was available there for a second. Unable to be buried, though, in front by J.C. Humphreys.
And the talent is there. I mean, as I mentioned, 2 of the best players in the entire GOAT 4v4 league last year, also happen to be brothers, are on this team. They are capable of putting up more shots, and they need to continue to attempt to put on more shots against this Black team already up 3-0.
Cole Antonio pushing in. Can't get around all his men. But a bad play there, but recovered well by Tomko. Tomko tried to push up. Malbouf puts a stick in the way, but gets past them. Shot there off the mask and saved by Kreidler. As we're going to have a little bit of a stoppage here as the mask did come off on the shot.
I mean, rightfully so. I mean, that was rifled. You know, sometimes you just have to take shots like that.
So we hit the 10-minute mark. Shots are 11-9. Red wins the draw back to the point. Passes it across in front. Rebound, and it's going to go in. Red finally going to get on the board, and it looks like that's going to be J.C. Humphreys as he will get his first of the season.
Yeah, I mean, they were due. And especially the opportunity down there in front of the net, scramble. It doesn't matter how it goes in, as long as it goes in. It's 3-1 Black still. 11 shots each, also important to mention.
After it being 11-6 not too long ago, it's now 11-11, and Red trying to drag their way back into this game.
And you remember that Red, I believe, registered the first 5 or 6 shots in the entire game. Black was pretty quiet in those first few minutes and really cranked it up mid first half.
Tomko tried to move in, loses it, and Black's going to pick it up behind their own net. Belsterling passes that one up. Cole Antonio holding. Still with it, tries to send it in the middle, but intercepted. Now here comes Red with a 2-on-1. The shot just goes wide, that shot from Schaaf. Red was changing behind the play, so Love able to stop the icing. Back across, shot just goes high from Schaaf once again. Schaaf and Tomko with both, with 2 great 2-on-1 opportunities there. We picked up by Love, sends that one to Tomko. Down, back to Schaaf. Schaaf to Tomko. Tomko in, spins, hits the slot. It's picked up by Schaaf. Schaaf's shot just goes wide. Should have left that one for Love. Love looked like he was ready for a one-timer. We picked up and sent up. Here's Cole Antonio. No, Belsterling again. Off the crossbar and into the netting. Just barely tipping that crossbar.
Iron gets there again. I mean, either way, I think that would have hit the net. But I want to go back to Red real quick. If you are simply just watching how their offense operates, how their attack operates, it's all Will Tomko. The game runs through Will Tomko. It has in this first half. He's been the guy for Red that has been that playmaker, so to speak, has made every pass so far.
Tomko only putting up 3 goals last year, and it kind of seems like it because he's putting a lot of biscuits on other people's baskets.
Yeah, absolutely. And as I just mentioned, he's really been the playmaker for this team, and he will continue to do so, hopefully, for Red. At least they would hope that it would lead to some goals.
Definitely in the attempt to repeat for Red, and definitely need some big showings from him. Mix up on the draw. It's going to be picked up by Lewandowski. Sends that one behind the net. Chips it all the way up. It's going to be picked up by Sawick and just out of reach. And it will be an icing.
You don't see a lot of those. I know
Nope.
you guys saw quite a few in the last game. It's not really common to see these icings. And honestly, I don't think the guys really mind them either. There's a lot of moving going on, especially the Red team. Not a whole lot of depth on the bench. They could use a breather every once in a while.
It's going to be picked up by Tomko. Tomko sends that one across to Love. Love back across to Humphreys. Humphreys pass intercepted there. Sawick has multiple guys around him, gets it in front, and then in front to Lewandowski. That chips up into the glass. Back to the point. Intercepted. Here comes Red. That one's going to go to Tomko. Tomko's shot blocked in front. Picked off, though. Now behind the net to Humphreys. Humphreys in front. Shot just goes wide to other Humphreys, and net comes off. No goal will be the call. Is that one? That's going to be a tough call for Red.
Yeah, that is a tough call indeed, but you got to give credit to Jeff Kreidler there. A lot of red, seeing a lot of red in front of him in his crease, really stood his ground. Didn't let anything go through there. Way to go for Jeff Kreidler.
Kreidler looking at 13 saves so far. Not quite as many as we had in the first game, but still looking strong. Pass in front, just can't get the stick on it. Lewandowski fighting with it. It's going to be picked up by Golfin. Poke just off his stick. Schaaf going to send it back into his own zone and regroup. Schaaf passes that one up. It's going to be tipped to Love. Love with speed and space. That one just bounces over everyone's stick. Goldfin to Malbouf. Malbouf with it, sends it down. O'Brien. O'Brien sends someone back to Malbouf. Malbouf in front, just goes wide, net off a little bit. Not enough to blow the whistle, it seems. Malbouf still with the puck. Cole Antonio sends it back to Goldfin. Goldfin going down to the corner. Back to Cole Antonio. Playing a little give and go in front. Nice deflection there by Goldfin, but a nice save there by Mistretta.
Andrew, I really like the patience that Black is bringing on the offensive end of things. You know, they're really looking for the right shot, and that, realistically, that was a good shot. Laid out right in front of the net for him, just could not get it to go. Great save there by Mistretta. And they're going to look for another one, and I wouldn't be surprised if they got another one here shortly.
Humphreys pass intercepted in the slot. And a great job by J.C. Humphreys to get that puck back, because they're going to come the other way. Schaaf sends it across back to Humphreys. He can't get it. Trips over Kreidler. That was dangerous.
Yeah, good thing for the mask there for Kreidler, man. The skate was up. The skate was definitely up there. And here comes a push from Black.
Belsterling in. Shot just goes wide. Cole Antonio to pick up the rebound. He's going to skate all the way back to his own blue line to get a little regroup there. Gets around Humphreys, but can't get around the other Humphreys. It's Humphreysception there. As here comes Christian Humphreys. Might have been offsides. A shot off the stick and into the netting. Great save there by Kreidler.
Yeah, great save by Kreidler, but Red on their defensive end not too long ago, you know, Black tried to regroup, reset things. Sorry about that. Yeah, they tried to reset things down in their own end and try to get a push, but Red was completely shut down there.
Lewandowski going to send that one behind. McDonald sends it all the way down, and we will have a second icing this game. As there's a meeting going on in Dubas' office. I see Spets up there. I don't know who else is up there.
Bring Gensel back.
As we got,
they can't pay him.
They're having a little conversation, probably about the draft.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Maybe a little bit of trade rumors going on. Maybe they're scouting Humphreys here.
I don't know what, but they need to do something.
Tomko, top of the circle, sends it across to J.C. Humphreys, who can't pull the trigger. He's going to hold it and get poked out of the zone. It's going to be picked up by Love.
We're old and we're out of money.
Tomko has Cole Antonio draped all over him. Great forecheck there by Cole Antonio. Lewandowski with a great chance there. Pushing up is Red. They can't get it. Humphreys will not be able to beat Lewandowski to the puck. But Love intercepts the clear attempt. And great back check there. As back and forth action is once again Red has the puck in front. They score. It's going to be Will Tomko, the playmaker of the team, gets a goal.
Yeah, and Red needed that bad. Just a minute 10 left to go before the first half concludes. And as I mentioned, Will Tomko has really been all over the place. He will continue to be all over the place for Red as he tucks one in. They're only down one.
Black can win this all the way down. It's going to be picked up by Kreidler. And then Cole Antonio. Turned over once again. Red has been on the rush. And Tomko can't bury it. Great chance there for Tomko to get his second of the game. And now Norkovikics with just 30 to go. Almost turns it over, but keeps it. Sends it up to Tomko. Tomko over to Schaaf, who turns it over to Cole Antonio. A lot of Cole Antonio this game for being someone who hadn't played before.
Yeah, and need to continue to see more from him if they want to hold on to this lead.
Norkovikics at the point, 10 seconds to go. Intercepted, kept in just barely though by Schaaf. Tomko to Norkovikics across, can't get the shot off. and a pass instead of a shot there from Schaaf, and that will end the first period. As we end this first period, 3-2 in favor of Black. Shots 16-13 in favor of Red, as we will take a quick intermission before the second half. As there we go. Welcome back to the second half of Black versus Red. Score 3-2 favor of Black. What are your thoughts on the first half?
You know, we were talking about it in that short intermission we just had. It kind of came in waves. You know, it started off with Red, and then for the majority of that first half it was Black, and then towards the end it was Red. But for the thing with Red, I think what they have to do, Black is just such a big team. As I mentioned, a lot of defenders on this team. I think
Very
their
tall.
best defense for Red is simply offense. And I think the best way to do that is just by simply scoring goals.
As that one's going to get flipped into the glove of Kreidler. As we have our first intermission just 30 seconds into this game, into this period.
Yeah, and again, you know, you don't see that very much, especially when you talk about icings and things of that nature. But yeah, stoppages don't come very much in the
slot off
league.
the mask, and then that one's going to go in. Another goal for Will Tomko, getting 2/3 of the goals he had last year in just this game alone.
And we always knew that Will Tomko had it. You know, he's a very talented player. He's going down to Long Island, committed to Chicago's USHL team. He's currently at Long Island. But, yeah, he's pretty much going to even out his goal tally from last year, and I could definitely see him doing it this game.
Red coming in. That one just flipped wide by Schaaf. Cole Antonio is going to flip that one up. Kroc dangles around two. Keeps the puck across. Just over the net. Might have been deflected. Did not see if that was tipped. Here comes Red. Tomko tried to tie that goal total from last year. This one's going to be flipped up to Sawick. Stops on a dime. Sends it down to Malbouf. Malbouf sends it behind. Here to Goldfane. And now here comes Tomko once again. He has Humphreys with him. He's going to try and hit him. Just bounces off his stick, though. As back comes Black, it's Golfin. Across and back to Lewandowski. Rebound! And it's going to go in. Will O'Brien, he's going to get his first career GOAT goal and his first game as well.
Yeah, and, you know, we say it all the time. Doesn't matter how it goes in. All that matters is that the scoreboard changes, you know, an easy easy tap in there to make it 4-3, but Black is going to take the lead.
Now it's going to be sent all the way up the distance, up to Tomko. Tomko looking to retie this game, but puck is turned over. Humphreys on the chase, but O'Brien able to twist around, and Lewandowski here, 3-on-1 for Black. McDonald in front, no one there again. And it does go in. And it looks like it'll be O'Brien again. Yes, Will O'Brien. He'll get his second.
Yeah, we were waiting for some confirmation because it's a little tough to see up here, especially with all that scatter going on down there. But Will O'Brien, again with the tap-in, just right place, right time.
O'Brien gets his second of the game, second of his career. Humphreys, shot, just goes wide. Back to pick it up is J.C. Humphreys. He's going to circle around. Sent in, intercepted, and Goldfin will take that.
Andrew, I really want to see Red pick it up again. I mean, this is exactly what happened in the first half of this game. Very aggressive approach. They need to keep it going again, and that one goes in.
I did not see who.
That was Tristan Trevino.
Tristan Trevino, number 8. First time we've called his name all game, and he buries it.
Yep, and, you know, he's also listed as a defender, so not a whole lot of offensive action. He did play in the Go 4v4 League last year. He had 3 goals. Looking to, once again, just like Will Tomko, add to that career total and possibly match it or greater from last season.
This is going to be sent up. Belsterling makes a man fall, goes between his legs, loses it, though, to Trevino. And now a one-on-one coming in for Red. Losing it is Norka Vikics. Unfortunate for him as here comes Black Belsterling. Belsterling has 2 on him. Waits and goes out of the zone, going for a regroup here. Red with a little bit of a change. McDonald. McDonald up in front, shot, tries to go between the legs. Just fanned on it enough, though. Here comes Humphreys. Humphreys in, loses it. McDonald with a great move to get around Tomko. McDonald over the FedEx logo. Sends that one over to Mitchell. Mitchell's pass blocked by Tomko. Great defensive effort there. Pushing it is Tomko. Back to Shafe. Shafe's shot is blocked by Cole Antonio. Great. He's getting some stick taps from the bench.
Yeah, absolutely. Rightfully deserved. Those are the things that make your name in the Go 4v4 League, and we have a delayed penalty.
A delayed penalty here. Malbouf taken down with a trip. That pass is going to go all the way to Belsterling. Then picked up by Kroc. Belsterling took that one back. Belsterling still with it. It's going to send it over to Lewandowski. Lewandowski passes this one up to Belsterling. Belsterling back to the point. Holds. Swick back to Malbouf. To Lewandowski. Lewandowski holding, leaves it for Swick. To Malbouf, who kicks it back to him. Back to the point to Lewandowski. Great zone possession here. Just killing time off this clock.
Oh, absolutely. Man advantage. This is something that you absolutely can do.
To Belsterling. Has Malbouf at the point. Holds, fires. Gloves saved by Mistretta. And now Black will have an actual power play.
Yeah, I mean, it seemed like they had a power play for about 2 minutes there just because, you know, they yanked the goalie and they played man advantage. And now, you're right, they're going to get an actual power play. It's going to be, I believe, it's a minute, correct?
Yes, it'll be a minute. The power play time will stop. The actual clock will not. So it's almost like best idea to just keep shooting and make them cover it. Kills actual game clock, but not power play clock. Lewandowski's going to send that one behind the net to Swick. Swick puts on the brakes, loops around over to Lewandowski. Tried to bounce it in off his back. from behind the net was Lewandowski. Swick picks it up. Shorthanded opportunity, just not able to get there as it goes into the bench. Unfortunate bounce there for Red.
Very unfortunate, but I like what you just mentioned about a few seconds ago. You can be really aggressive on the power play, especially when you're up. It's 5-4. The clock stops for the penalty or for the power play, which is good for Black, and you can be as aggressive as you want.
Face-off is one back, but Malbouf not there to pick it up, and now he will. Lewandowski with the puck now. He's going to make his way in. Over to Swick. Back to Malbouf. Went for the windup, was Swick, but changed his mind. Swick leaves it for Lewandowski. Lewandowski over to Swick. Swick in front, just goes wide. Lewandowski there to stop it from going out, though. Down to Malbouf. We got 5 on the power play. Swick down to Malbouf. Great timing there in that takeaway. Because now they've got a 3-on-1 for Red. And shot, he scores just after the power play. That will be Ian Norkovikics to tie this game at 5.
Yeah, Ian Nurkovikics. I mean, that just couldn't be better timing. It could not be better timing. Obviously, Will Tomko wasn't the one that got a shot on net there. Didn't really do much but spacing, and that helped out big time. As I mentioned, could not be better timing for Red. And now we're all knotted up at 5 with 13:40 to go.
Picked up behind the net. Back to Humphreys. Humphreys across. Back to Tomko. Tomko puts on the brakes behind the net. Loops around in front, no one there, and here's Golfin. Golfin gets through Humphreys, almost makes him fall. What a move, and just poked away by Tomko. Great defensive effort there. It's been picked up by J.C. Humphreys. He's going to hold it, sends it up. Gets eventually to Christian Humphreys, who will drop it to Norkovikics. In. Where's the puck? It's picked up there by Black and Cole Antonio. Cole Antonio's just going to lose it. Pokes it just past Norkovikics, and they're going to keep possession. Golfin with it. He's going to come down. Shot. Nice mask save there by Mistretta. On the near side, Norkovikics sends it across. Breakaway opportunity, and they're going to bury it. It's Will Tomko tying his goal total from last year. And with the hat trick, it's 6-5 Red.
It comes easy for Will Tomko. It's going to be his hat trick for the game. As Andrew mentioned, he's already knotted up his score total from last year. I don't believe he played the entire season. If he did, then
He did not play the entire season last year.
that would make sense. I'm going to say he has about 15 more extra goals. He's at least on pace to do it, way more for sure.
Picked up by Belsterling. Going to flip that one in. It's going to be picked up by Mitchell, who loses his stick. Didn't see how that one got out of his hand. He's going to skate by to pick that one up, and here comes Red. Great back check there, but it is Humphreys. Shot goes over the net. McDonald going to send that one around. It's picked up by Trevino, who's going to send this across to Humphreys off his stick. Will eventually not be able to pick that one up, and gets around his Belsterling. And a great play there by Trevino to steal that one. Malbouf across to McDonald. Back to Malbouf. Malbouf playing with it, has someone on him. It's going to be picked up by Belsterling. Belsterling flips that one straight to Trevino. Humphreys back to Trevino. Across to Schaaf. Schaaf tries to hit him again. Trevino can't get a stick on it. Malbouf now. Black having to play with from behind for the first time this game.
Yeah, Red has responded really well despite Black getting off to a pretty good start in the second half.
Behind the back pass there. Save made by Mistretta off the shot from Kroc.
Yeah, and you got to give Red credit. I mean, they're down in manpower, and I also think Black is a little bit more of a physically gifted team. This is a big, physically big team in Black, and Red being able to apply the pressure that they have here with 10 to go in this second half is nothing short of amazing, and they need to continue to do that to hold on to this lead.
Playing it is Kreidler. This red team won. They beat the undefeated green team last year in the finals, upsetting them. So you know they're not going away easily. Croc with it. Croc going to send it down to Swick. Swick turns it over to Tomko, who's going to send it around. Gets around Malboof, picked up by Humphreys. Humphreys can't control it. It's going to be picked up by Swick. Swick in front. Shot just goes wide off the shot there from Croc. Malboof with it. Going to send it down to Croc. Croc in front. Swick's shot. Save made. A great defensive effort there by Love to keep that one out on the rebound. Across. What a gift it would be right there after the great play for Ian Norkovikics to extend the lead. What a play on both sides of the ice for this red team.
Yeah, that's going to be Nurkovic's second goal. I mean, Reds' championship status is really starting to beam here. You know, as we mentioned at the end of the half, it kind of came in waves this game. Now I really think Red is starting to turn the table, and I really think that they're just going to take over at this point. They need to take over because Black is still here, and they will continue to bring the pressure.
Mistretta made the great save, and then on the rebound, Love clearing it just out of danger, coming back the other way and then scoring. Kreidler there with a save. So a great little stretch there for Red on both sides.
Absolutely. I was just about to give you credit for that. You know, obviously the scoreboard shows that Red is up 7-5. You got to give credit for them being able to play a complete game on both ends of the ice, and that's really why they're here right now, shutting down Black so far in the second half.
It's really changed the momentum for sure. It's all Red, and it sees it. Sent it in front. We picked up by Cole Antonio, who's going to flip it up to Golfin. Golfin tries to get it across. Can't, just bounces off the stick of O'Brien. O'Brien's going to send it back to Lewandowski. Over to Cole Antonio, down to Golfin. Behind the net. O'Brien with it. Poked off his stick. Great play there by Trevino.
Andrew, I also think it's important to note that this team has had to change its pace. I know they haven't played a game together yet this season, but without Jackson Morehouse, the lead scorer for the team last year, I believe he had 18 goals on the year in the Go 4v4 League. It really has had an effect on Black's offense.
In comes Red. Multiple people trying to get in touch. Can't do it. Back to the point now. Tomko passes in front, deflected off himself, and will eventually go in there for J.C. Humphreys. He made a save on himself on the first shot.
Yeah, and, you know, Will Tomko, I think, easily could have ripped that one. I saw top right bin, you know, it was there. The opportunity was there. But he's going to pass it off to Humphreys. The selfless play, and he's going to make it 8-5. Ultimately, the better shot.
As Red has turned it on ever since the power play for Black. And there's another shot for Tomko. He's going to get his fourth to make it 9-5 and a quick one there.
This guy needs to chill out. I mean, he's all over the place. He's got 4 goals tonight. He's playing extremely well. And you could tell he wants to make this Red team go back-to-back, and he's making that statement early here in Week 1 of the Go 4v4 League.
Definitely is. He's going to have the puck again now. And he looks like he wants to do the exact same thing again, cutting in. But will pass it this time to Schaaf. Schaaf tries to hit his man in the corner. Messing with it is Love. Flipped and just barely poked out, but Humphreys will pick that one back up. And give it up to Schaaf. Schaaf with McDonald on him. Shot tipped away. Great save there by Kreidler.
Black's got to go, Andrew. I know there's still 6 minutes left, but you're down 4. This game is not over. I've seen some crazy things happen in this league. I've seen teams come back down 7, down 8.
And you know that game was these two teams.
That is crazy. Now that you mention that,
it was Black that came back, I'm pretty sure, against Red. Granted, they had Morehouse and one Zemgus Gergensen in that game.
Oh, man. We miss you, Zemgus. What a beast this guy is. But I mean, they could definitely use him right now for sure.
Here is across, back. Tomko with it again, and save made by Kreidler. Tomko still with it. Tipped in front and tipped out by Love as we hit the 5-minute mark of this game.
Yeah, I like the idea there. You know, you had Tyler Love down there all alone, who, again, is listed as a defenseman. Only had one goal in the GOAT 4v4 League last year. He's down there at Fayetteville in the SPHL. But as you can see here in the GOAT 4v4 League, a lot of positionless hockey. I think that's the best way to put it.
As we're missing a puck, so we had to grab one from the warm-up bin. A little bit of delay there as the clock stops, and camera person Caden unhappy because he has to mess with the clock. He is not messing with it, so we'll just have to. You'll have to use your imagination when the time expires on the board here. Pushing in is Humphreys. Back to the point. The other Humphreys turns it over to McDonald. This is what they needed. It's Swick who just kicks it too far out of his own reach.
Yeah, and you mentioned it. They needed that bad. Those are opportunities that you got to have. You create the turnover, great. Now go finish.
Malbouf going to send that to Swick. He's going to move in. Behind the net. Still holding. Going to send it back to Malbouf. 4 minutes to go now in the game, needing 4 goals. It's a goal every minute.
Wow.
To
Who would have
Swick.
thought?
Swick in front, tries to hit McDonald's shot, and it goes in. Just barely squeaking in, a bad bounce for Mistretta as that one hit him straight in the chest and then bounced in off the coach.
Yeah, unlucky for Mistretta there, and I would like to see a little bit of sense of urgency here from Black. You know, I think the story for them is they've done a really good job with possession. 2 things, though. Hasn't been consistent, and they need to get more shots off when they have that possession. Otherwise, this would be a completely different game.
Great play by Kroc there to intercept the pass. Now Malbouf has it. Behind his own net. He's going to pass down to Lewandowski. Lewandowski over. And out. Great clear there by Red. Malbouf going to be the first one to get there. Has one on him. Goes with the Lewandowski. Lewandowski up to Kroc. Kroc to Swick. Back to Lewandowski. Can't get a handle on it. Humphreys now. Turned over by Black. In the offensive zone, in. Across the net. Shot there. Great save by Mistretta. Red now just wants to kill time. Humphreys with it. So pass that one over to Tomko.
Yeah, this is exactly what I would do if I was Red, you know. And this guy, Will Tomko, only has 1 speed, so not a whole lot of killing opportunity with him. As
Tomko
Aaron
pass
pass.
intercepted. In comes Black. Great glove save by Mistretta.
Yeah, a lot of good opportunities for Black as Caden gets an opportunity to fix the camera here. Let's see. Can he do it? The pressure's on. I'm putting the pressure on you.
I think he's just going to keep it stopped until it gets to that time.
Sorry, we're down. I thought we were behind. Sorry about that.
Trevino. Tomko, great pass between the legs to Schaaf.
Oh, man.
Schaaf can pass that to Trevino, who's going to go all the way down to his own blue line. As we see what Reds do when they're killing the clock.
A little bit of rag action from the boys in red. I love it, and I think they deserve to do it. They've done a great job on the offensive end that have set themselves up to be able to do this in their own end, but vice versa. Black needs to go. This game is not over yet. Still a minute 30.
Kreidler heading to the bench now. Cole Antonio to pick it up behind it. Reds net. To Goldfin. Goldfin turns it over. Chance for empty netter. Tomko's shot is blocked. He's now fighting for it. Tomko looking to get it again. And now it's going to be picked up. Cole Antonio, sorry. O'Brien over to Golfin, back to O'Brien. He's going to send it around Cole Antonio at the point, just under a minute to go. Down to Golfin. Golfin in front, shot just goes wide. Rebound went all the way across, no one there though. Belsterling turns it over. Tomko's pass to the net will go wide.
Man.
As we will get an icing with 38 on the clock.
Yeah, I mean, Red deserves to be where they are right now, as Black is playing without a goalie and man up. What I didn't like from Black that last possession was spacing. You had two guys that wanted to take the one-timer there, and I think that actually messed up the shot as that gets blocked.
Clear attempt blocked by Golfin. It's going to be picked up by McDonald in front for Goldfin. Can't get a full trigger on it. It's a huge hit in front. But it's going to not matter because it's a 2-on-0, although losing it is Tomko. And because of that, he doesn't get a shot off, but it gets turned right back over to Tomko as he's going to put that one in. Could have been bad for him, but one thing we got to look at is Humphreys. He took a hard hit there as this game is now over.
Yeah, a bit of a collision there down on the boards as the clock hits 0. Man, you got to give credit to this Red team. Again, it was a 4-man advantage on the bench for Black. Had all the opportunity in the world to really get some rotation in. Spacing wasn't great. Obviously, without Jackson Morehouse, that's a big loss. That's their captain. That's their guy. Led this Black team to 3rd place last year. And, obviously the production, you could see it without him. And I thought Red did a really good job on both ends, as you mentioned. I thought they played a really complete game. They won the shot total, 26-23. And, yeah, all around, great game for Red, especially Will Tomko. Tucked one in there at the end, had 5 goals on the night, which is 2 more than his total from last year.
Yeah.
I can't wait to see what him and this Red team are able to do throughout the season this year.
Yeah, it should be interesting to see if they can go back-to-back, and we will see next week what they can do, as we will get later tonight in the next game in about 20 minutes, I believe. It'll be Logan Cooley and LJ Mooney working together for Teal to take on Purple, who didn't win a single game last year.
Yeah, and you got to feel for this Purple team. I'm just going to be honest with you. It might not be fun. You got probably 2 of the most talented players in this entire tournament, if not the 2 most talented players in this entire tournament on the same team, and there's family ties to this, folks. This is going to be something I'm excited to watch those 2 play.
You will be on the call for that game along with Caden as your color. We will be back in about 20 minutes for that game. We'll see you then.
Mid to high 90s here in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania today, but I can tell you one thing's for sure, the pond is always frozen here at UPMC Lemieux Sports Complex. I'm Billy Depew. In utter disgust to my left is Caden McCrory. Come on, man, that was good.
That was a great open.
That was awesome.
I got to give you your flowers on that one. That was really good.
That was so good. I totally didn't write that down anywhere. Anyway, let's talk about what is our third and final game of the night. Purple versus Teal. Let's start with Purple. We'll come back to Teal because there's a lot to talk about with this Teal team. But, Caden, quite a few names here from this Purple team that are new. I see 3 guys for this Purple team new to the GOAT 4v4 League.
Yeah, a lot of new, but also, if you remember at the end of last season, for those who are familiar with the league, they did get the likes of Ty Voigt and Matt DeMarsico, his brother Matthew as well, the captain. They traded for Austin Swink. They got a lot of talent on this team. It's just the end of the season, you can slowly see they're starting to take away, starting to get better. But at the end of the season, Bill, the thing that mattered the most, they did not get a win. And that's what they're most looking for. They just want one win. Just get one win on the board.
Well, I'm going to tell you what, Caden, that streak might not come to an end tonight because when you talk about talent, there's 2 names on the other side of that ice in Captain L.J. Mooney and the NHL's very own Logan Cooley.
It's hard not to look past the relationship between those two. Logan's younger cousin, LJ, is projected to go in next year's draft. Cooley, of course, 3rd overall pick by the Coyotes. Everyone knows the story. Now they're going to Utah. You know how good he is. You know how good LJ is. If you've seen this before, it's crazy when they go up against each other. Now on the same team, we might be in for an absolute show here right now with these two together for the first time.
It is important to note that Logan Cooley playing for this Teal team might not be a regular thing. I don't, obviously he's the most talented player on the ice, but I also think that this Teal team is so loaded, and I don't really think that'll be an issue for them, led by 17U star LJ Mooney.
Yeah, they also had the 1st and 2nd overall picks, Bill, taking Braxton Whitehead and Quinn McKenzie, 2 also really talented players.
Purple is going to start with possession in their own end. Dumped down, goes ahead to Evan Cunyon. He still has possession. Back to the defender. Little play behind the net. Cunyon with a shot, and that goes in. And get it going early. Evan Cunyon for the Purple team. Not even a minute in, and Evan Cunyon buries it for the Purple team.
Cunyon, the captain of this Purple squad, just recently got traded to Flint in the Ontario Hockey League. Has a lot of talent, and he's really put together a well-structured roster to try to get at least one win on the board here for Team Purple.
Not even a minute in, Purple strikes first. Cunyon gets the puck again. Looking to get another pass, could not be completed. Playing in his own end is DeMarsico. He's going to lose the puck, and it's going to be sent down the other way. In net for Purple, Chase Haley has a tough task tonight, and already pass there from Cooley could not go. Down to Matt DeMarsico, one of the 2 DeMarsico brothers, and that is a shot, and it's going to go. Matt DeMarsico, how do you do? And Purple really getting it going early. And they need to, right, Caden?
They really need to. I know Teal's going to come back strong. They're bound to. But a guy like Matt DeMarsico, amazing freshman here at Penn State, man, this Purple team, like I said, they got a lot of talent, and if they put it together, they're going to be dangerous.
And they need to be dangerous. As Caden mentioned, not a single win in the 2022-2023 season. A little bit of play down in front of Chase Hale. Possession here for Teal. Shot blocked. Quinn McKenzie loses it for Teal. Going the other way is Dom Shimizi. Oh, boy. I'm sorry if I botched that. Shimizi. There we go. Puck lost there. Regained. And an opportunity here for Shimizi. Wrister, no good. Regrouped here. Shimizi has it again. Wrister down low, no good. Possibly looking for Bianchin. 1 goal last year for Bianchin in the GOAT 4v4 League. Pass down low, no good. Going the other way with it is Edwards. Edwards passes it up. 2-on-1 opportunity for Teal. Another pass. Teal loses it. And that's going to be a clearance. Great job by Purple to make sure that net was clear. Aaron pass from Teal going the other way is Mike DeMarsico. Puck chopped up and an opportunity for Teal lost. And Purple has got a 4-on-0 opportunity. Leaves it there. Shot no good. Saved by Teal. Teal with an opportunity down the other end. Bar down and oh my gosh, no good. Wow. A bar down opportunity for Teal there. Great rebound control by Chase Hale.
I'm not sure how he kept that out, Bill. What a move by Mooney to get down there and then give it off to Kuzma. But, man, Purple, the streak of luck here early on.
Kuzma had the opportunity. Bardowski could not get it to go. Purple now with it in their own end. Pushing down is Mario Smith. 2 goals in the GOAT 4v4 league in the 2022-2023 season. Listed as a defender. He's going to play it off behind the net. DeMarsico with it now. Playing with it by the blue line. He's going to drive in. Teal defender on him. That's Jack Nolan. Played up top. Stolen by Teal. Nolan now has it. He lost it. Purple with possession. Shot there, no good. Off the glass. Purple still regaining control.
Cooley back on the ice for Teal.
And a play down by in front of the net, no good. Braden Imler had an opportunity shut down there for what I believe is Kyle McLaughlin, right, Kate?
Yes, that's McLaughlin.
Cooley dumps it off to Mooney. Mooney with a wrister there, trying to get it to his cousin, no good. Opportunity here, played in. Great defensive play by Teal. And Mooney's now got it down on the left-handed boards. He's got control. He's still got control. Backhander, no good. Cooley has it behind the net. Cooley still has it. Observing pass, and what a pass from Logan Cooley to Nick Seifrin. First goal of the year, first goal in his GOAT 4v4 career.
Actually, I think that's Boyson. I think 10 at the end of that one, Bill.
10?
Yeah, I think that was 10 at the end of that. But, man, what a give and go. Coley behind the net. Great job by him and Mooney to finish that one off.
Oh, jeez.
It's okay, Bill.
The rosters. That would be Ricky Boyson.
Yes, I'm sorry. The trade happened right after I printed these and, had to change it on the fly.
Wrister there, no good for Jack Edwards. Played down on the other end for Imler. Imler has it passed. Backhander saved by McLaughlin. Going the other way for Teal is Seifrin. Shot there, no good from Dane Ramirez. Backhanded pass, retrieved, no good. McLaughlin on his stomach, and he keeps it out.
I don't know how he kept that one out.
2-on-1 opportunity led by Logan Cooley. Playing with it, pass, and that is too easy. Too easy. That was Dane Ramirez that time, indeed. Dane Ramirez, he is making his GOAT 4v4 debut this year. And that is his first goal of the year.
Another talented youngster from the U18 squad at 41 points last season. Man, really talented player. Him and McKenzie both coming from the Penn's Elite program. Only adds on to how really good this Teal team is.
Penn's Elite program has put out a lot of talented prospects over these past few years. Continues to do so since their inauguration. Teal with an opportunity here. One-timer, no good. Puck played behind the net. Puck played by Quinn McKenzie. And now here is a breakaway opportunity. Wrister is good. Buried by Austin Swankler.
Swankler, a guy they traded their first-round pick that ended up being first overall mid-season last year, and they said Swankler's going to be better than who we get number 1. And, man, he really did. Hobie Baker finalist just 2 years ago, the top 15. Now coming home to play for Chatham this year. Really talented young player in Austin Swankler. Really good shot.
An amazing shot by Austin Swankler. And a 2-on-1 opportunity here. Excuse me. Wrister no good, saved by McLaughlin. Puck still controlled by Purple. Controlled. Pass down to DiMarsico. Controlled. Backhanded pass. Corralled by Whitehead. Or excuse me, not Whitehead. His brother, DiMarsico. Shot there, no good. Some more action behind the net. DiMarsico has it. Plays it down to his brother. Controlled now by Cunyon. Back out to DiMarsico. DiMarsico with a shot, no good. Saved by McLaughlin. Evan Cunyon keeping it in for Purple. Wrister there, misses the net. Purple is going to retreat. Chase Hale stops the puck.
Oh, look out.
A little bit of a mishap here, and oh, he cannot keep it in as Teal could not keep it in. Ben Kuzma. 14 goals in the GOAT 4v4 league last year. Purple still up 3-2 with 13 to go. And here is LJ Mooney. And Caden, for a kid his age, he is just so talented. You can really see that this kid one day is going to be something special.
Well, he's 17 years old, has one more year before the draft, and already looks like he's about 23 years old with his smooth skating out there.
A lot of good prospects, NHL prospects for that matter, as we saw Will Tomko in the last game put on performance with 5 goals. And
really impressive for Red. I mean, they have them and Humphreys. They're probably going 24 and 25. That's insane.
setting up the wrister was Shimizi. He has it up on the boards. Played in by Teal. That's McKenzie. McKenzie corralling down to Kuzma. Or, excuse me, Mooney. Back and forth action. Teal has it with a 2-on-1 opportunity. Saved there by Hale, and he's going to play it. And the dump pass gets there. Cunyon with the pass. And oh, off the iron into the top of the netting. Opportunity missed there by Burple, and it's going to be played down here.
You thought that Mooney play, you saw the stick come across, he got it down for a moment, but that bouncing puck, Swankler holds it, and him and Connie go on that 2-on-0. Really close to tying this game for Purple. And that's just the story of what happened all last year. They became close at the end of the season, but Post just really bit them in the behind.
DiMarsico pass down low to Cunyon, no good. He's going to get it again, and oh, the ice is slippery. Who would have thought it? A breakaway opportunity. And oh, between the legs, no good. From Seifrin trying to show off there. Shot from Boyson, no good. Mooney has it, or did have it. He regains control. Pass down low, and he's going to get it. Great pass from LJ Mooney, setting up Nick Seifrin.
Yeah, if you have a player of that caliber, that quick, that shifty, where all the attention's going to draw to you, Nick Seifrin was on the back door, untouched, unscathed, right off his stick in the back of the net. And for Teal, you keep doing plays like that with, a certain number 8 and a certain 13 on the ice, guys are going to get open with these.
Absolutely, Caden, and here we go with an opportunity for Purple, and again, Caden, the Iron Monster, bites him again.
I'm not sure what Austin Swankler has with that top right iron of the net, but he really has some beef with it seems. That's 2 in a row now. Could have been bar downs.
Almost feels like you could see the red coming off of that top right corner there as the puck is stopped by McLaughlin.
You think for Swankler, at some point, Bill, he's going to take just an absolute 120 clapper to that post, and just hopefully it goes in that time.
Yeah, I mean, and in doing so, it has to go in. It has to go in. Cunyon dumps it off on the other end. First Swankler, he loses it. Now Teal, great possession there from Boyson. He's going to give it up. Great defensive play there from DeMarsico, and he gets a little stanky down there on the boards, and a wrister opportunity there for Jack Edwards. Could not get it to go. Purple starting to show some of that aggression. DeMarsico with an opportunity, saved by McLaughlin.
You're talking about McLaughlin, I think the youngest goaltender, I should say, in the Go 44 league. And he's really held his own. Last year he was kind of a guy that kind of filled in here and there, but gets the full-time nod, full-time position this year. And that's deservedly so. That's mark last year, 2011 and 2.25 goals against. And a 931 save percentage. That's really freaking good.
Really good for the S-Mark AAA team. And off, that almost looked like it was off the iron again. I'm not 100% sure, but
I think off the top iron to the back of the net there, though. It's always such a hard angle from where we're at.
Teal with possession in Purple's end. Logan Cooley resets. Just so smooth with the puck. He's going to reset it out to McKenzie. McKenzie still has it. Puck moved around, but not obtained. And a 2-on-1 opportunity for Purple. The pass there, wrister, no good. And now Teal looking to counter. Logan Cooley on the left. And he somehow sneaks it in there for the backhand. Logan Cooley taking advantage for this Teal team 4-3.
Cooley, you could try to hold up on that shot, try to give it back across to McKenzie, but ends up putting it in himself there. He's not trying to be greedy, not trying to be, a selfish player by any means, trying to spread the wealth around. But hey, you got to score every once in a while. You can't be just goalless. If you're going to have your couple appearances here and there.
Right.
Come on, Logan.
Very similar to last year. He had 15 goals in the Go 44 season last year. Wrister, no good from Ben Kuzma.
Look at McKenzie here. He's a little shifty. He's not built to his size quite yet, but man, he's a quick player on the ice.
Saw a lot of that from Quinn McKenzie throughout this game, and there's LJ Mooney with the wrister. Bottom left, and Teal takes a 2-goal advantage.
If you're Purple and you see these four on the ice, McKenzie, Mooney, Kuzma, and Coley, you just better hope and pray. Because these four together, they have something brewing right now. And all four of them, can put the puck in the back of the net.
Especially for a Purple team that did struggle last year. I hate to keep mentioning it, but they did not win a game last year. They're looking to snap that streak.
It's going to happen eventually, right?
At some point this season.
Right?
Picked up by Mooney. Mooney with the pass, cross crease to McKenzie, no good. Hustling for the puck is Ben Kuzma. He still has it. Ben Kuzma with control. McKenzie down low. Passed out to Mooney. Mooney tries to go top left, no good. And now Evan Cunyon with an opportunity to answer. 2-on-2. Lost it. Jack Edwards going to play it down to Mooney. Mooney with a spin pass, picked off by DeMarsico, who is then challenged by Logan Cooley. He's going to make a move on one man, makes a move on another. Where is he going? Backhand, no good.
Ooh.
Man, he almost did it to him, David.
I thought we were getting ESPN top 10 here.
And no good on the other end. 2-on-1 opportunity, brittled down by the Purple squad. Subtle move there from Nick Seifrin. Wasn't able to control the puck, and now a 2-on-0 opportunity. Evan Cunyon passes it back. He's going to get it back. No good. Maybe one too many passes there, Katie?
That and Jack Edwards with an amazing back check to get his stick back in there.
Purple playing with it on the board. They lost it. They're going to keep it in Teal's possession. Now Teal has possession. It's going to be Jack Edwards trying to play it into Cyphrin. Loses it to DeMarsico. DeMarsico with a long, long pass. Wrister opportunity there from Swankler. On the left side, too, surprisingly, McLaughlin shuts it down.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go top right again. It's already been in place.
Teal with possession. Giving up. Obtained once again. Great play. Loses the puck is Shimizi, and wow, what a save there by McLaughlin.
Shimizi had McLaughlin beat, but nice work by McLaughlin. Trusting your instincts, getting down, just reaching for that puck. Luckily, Shimizi loses it. McLaughlin makes the save. Sometimes it's all about luck because you're a goaltender, especially when, you know, McLaughlin's not another player not grown to his size quite yet. And he trusts his ability there. Good save.
Purple down despite being tied. Now up in the shot total. Great save there by Kyle McLaughlin.
You gotta feel Purple. Urgency gotta start kicking in here. I know it's only 4 minutes to go in the first. But talent on this roster and the offensive pressure, you gotta find something here if you're Purple.
It's almost like if they can emulate the first 2 minutes that they had in this game, this could be a dangerous squad. And oh my goodness, what a move! And man, no goal! No goal, and that's going to be dumped down the other way.
I'm not sure how that stayed out by any means, but man, props off to Chase Hale right there.
Chase Hale, we told you before, he has a tough task ahead of him. Currently trying to keep that task at a minimum. Played out there by Shimizi, he lost it. It's going to be played back the other way. Net wide open, cannot find anyone. Swankler has it. Was going to leave it, and man, the ice got a little slippery again. One-on-one opportunity, no good. Ricky Boyson shut down by Chase Hale in the air, no good. DeMarsico pushing it the other way. 3-on-2 is Purple. Wrister there, saved again by McLaughlin.
There's so many 3-on-1s, 2-on-1s, 3-on-2s for Purple. You know, you just kind of see when they come into the rush, Bill. A little bit close together, not really spreading out as much. You see maybe that one tic-tac-toe play they could have had earlier to beat McLaughlin, because you're not just going to beat him with a shot just like that.
Kyle McLaughlin, 16 saves so far out of a possible 19 shots on target. And here is L.J. Mooney. And boy, does he want it. He flies down the ice. Wrister, no good. Net moved just a bit. Going to be fixed by Hale. Purple on the offense. Mooney with a little bit of a jersey tug there.
The ref's going to let him play for that one, but you definitely could see a little bit of a jersey tug to the back there.
Pass attempt across from Purple, no good. Played in behind the net. Once again, left behind. Pass out to Cunyon. Cunyon's wrister gets blocked by Mooney. Mooney has a 2-on-0 opportunity. Mooney with the one more pass, and the goalie moves his net. And that's going to stay down here.
I think that might have been the most fortunate outcome from Teal of that pass. Mooney just gets a little behind it and then couldn't corral McKenzie, but they're going to keep the ozone draw. Something like that happened, you know, where the goalie doesn't push off the net there. Purple easily has 4 men going the other way.
See if we can get one more goal here with just 1:30 left to go in this first half of what has been a fairly high-scoring affair. Thought a little bit better of Teal despite being up 2 goals right now. McLaughlin with a standing save, corralled by Mooney. Passes it to Logan Cooley. Back to Mooney. Played up to McKenzie. McKenzie looking for a pass. He finds Mooney. Wrister, good! L.J. Mooney again extends the lead to 3 with the clock winding down.
Yeah, you know, you look at the roster, Bill, and there's one player also missing. Their first overall pick, Braxton Whitehead. You end up playing with someone named, I don't know, Connor Bedard 2 years ago. So, I mean, another very talented player, and he's not in the lineup. Teal still has more to add.
Only if there was a salary cap in this GOAT 4v4 league, you'd have to imagine Teal would be way over it.
Well, you put Cooley on the LTIR for playoff time, they might be doing some damage.
Could not be put in from Purple. DeMarsico tried to get it midair. could not finish. Teal all over this one. DeMarsico corrals it, looking for the pass across. Somehow ends up behind the net. He still has possession there. Braden Imler, haven't said his name a whole lot tonight. He gets it back, loses it, had the wrister opportunity, and oh man, LJ Mooney saves that one from going in. 5 seconds left to go. 3. McKenzie tries to get an extra pass. No good.
I don't think he realized how much time was left on the clock, but man, what a period for Teal.
Oh, absolutely. And Caden, you know, we kind of expected this output, but did you expect Teal to maybe do a little bit more early on? I mean, they already have 6 goals. How do you think their performance?
No, you just look at the first 2 games, and you see teams, you know, a little tense offensively, trying to find their rhythm, and I think it's going to work for teams even with Teal. No matter how much talent you have, same with Purple. No matter who you have on the ice, it's going to take some time to find that chemistry. That's what the first game's all about. So maybe in the second period we see it ramp up a little bit more, but not really too surprising, I'd say.
Purple down 3 to Teal. We'll be back in a few minutes to start the second half. Welcome back to this second half of this Purple Teal matchup. I'm Billy Depew with Caden McCrory. A very exciting first half. Teal up 6-3. Caden, Purple got it going pretty early. They have to continue to do that to be back into this game.
They do, and I guess you could make it a small excuse. Dane Dowiak and Ty Voigt both out of the lineup for them. But, I mean, still a ton of talent, a ton of really early rushes that made you think, okay, this might be a brand new Purple team. This might be a new energized Purple team. But Teal, quick response, and they're up by 3.
Up by 3 is Teal, as Caden just mentioned, and here we go, right back at it. Purple looking to get a good start like they did, and, oh man, commentators curse. Logan Cooley trips. He's going to give it up to Jack Edwards. Edwards still controlling. Cooley gets it back. Cooley looking. Wrister saved by Chase Hale.
Yeah, we got a penalty coming up here as, you know, Cooley goes down, arm goes up, and Teal's going to head to the power play. Only imagine boy. 1 full minute of, if it's the same 4 people we think it is, what's going to happen?
Torture.
It looks like it'll be Matt DeMarsico coming to set 2 for tripping.
He seems a little upset about the call.
Thinks it might have been a little bit of a sell job on Cooley's behalf.
And Teal with control. Still playing it in. Edwards to Cooley. Cooley top left. Makes a move on DeMarsico. Still has control at the top from the FedEx, and that's going to go up in the netting.
The fortunate thing here for Teal, clock stops with the whistle here, so they'll still have 37 seconds of time to work with. But solid work. You know, you want the puck on the hands of your best player. In that case, that is Logan Cooley on the ice. And you can see everyone kind of just crowding around the net. Exactly what they wanted. Same with LJ Mooney earlier in the
Caden Cooley and Mooney not on the same power play line. Surprising at all?
Maybe spread the wealth a little bit here.
Cooley corrals it on that right side. Still has it. He makes a move, makes another man miss. Pass in, and just missed it. Was Ricky Boyson. And that's going to be taken away. DeMarsico has it. Looking for a pass, just simply dumped in. DeMarsico has it. Oh, tries to go between the legs, get a little fancy. A party in front of the net. McLaughlin freezes it, and Caden DeMarsico tried to put on the flash there for a sec.
You talk about the first attempt right there by DeMarsico going between legs. The second attempt by Kanyan. McLaughlin comes across with that glove. I'm not sure how he got a piece of that. You talk about how agile McLaughlin's been all game robbing Kanyan on the back door.
We talked about it earlier. Kyle McLaughlin with the good numbers in his professional career. Purple still playing down in. Pass out front, no good. Saved by McLaughlin again. Purple will reset. That's going to be Braden Imler. Playing down low. Good defensive play by Cooley. He now has it. Cooley. And no go. Oh, and they are going to give it to him.
They are going to call it a goal. But who's going to get the goal?
The question is, how did it find its way in the net?
I think it's going to be Edwards' goal. At least he was the one that was celebrating going off.
Are we like the score? Or like we are the scorecard, correct?
Technically. So I think it was Edwards.
We can always go back and review. We will give it to Jack Edwards.
Yeah, for now, it's going to
now.
Edwards. Because I know it wasn't Cooley. I know there's some play.
Oh, man. Kyle McLaughlin with the challenge play to no avail. That's going to be Austin Swankler.
I mean, he's been snake bitten. I guess that's one way to put one in the back of the cage of McLaughlin. Get a little aggressive, a little bit of a golf shot. Put it right in.
Played in by Teal was Wyatt George, a name we have not said a whole lot tonight, making his GOAT 4v4 debut. Saved by McLaughlin, and he's going to cover it up.
Yeah, George, one of those other players. He plays in the NCAA. Maybe just kind of didn't get around to the GOAT League as quickly as some others did, but another really talented player. Had 6 points this season for Babson in the NCAA.
It's going to be played back to Imler. Imler loses it. Still controlled by Purple. Play down wrister there. Kyle McLaughlin. Man, he's really been tested in that top right corner tonight, Caden.
Yeah, for Swankler, I don't know how he gets this open. I mean, that's where he's made his money. Top of the circle, or down low at the hashes. And, man, so many good chances for 9 and Purple. He has 2 on the board, but I think at this point he could have 5 or 6.
Imler has had a lot of control these past couple minutes for Purple. He has it again. Going to play it to Evan Cunyon. He's got an opportunity at a wrister. No good. Saved by McLaughlin. Mooney puts on the brakes in front of his own net. From brakes to gas. He still has it. Looks for the pass in the middle. No good. A battle for it. And good defensive play by Imler. And I'm not really sure what happened there. Mooney now has it. Gives it up. Back to Mooney, and just behind him. It's been the story of this game for both teams. I think a lot of missed opportunities, and yet again, what another close miss pass.
That's what I talked about earlier about the miscues and just kind of finding your rhythm. Mooney and Kuzma probably week 4, week 5, connecting on that probably 10 out of 10 times.
Folks, this is a long season. A long season indeed. We'll look to see more from L.J. Mooney. He's just such a fun player to watch. Wrister there, no good from Ben Kuzma. A lot of success in the GOAT 4v4 League last year. Evan Cunyon with a drive. No good. Stopped by McLaughlin. He left it there, though. A play on the boards down low with Mooney. Passed out. DeMarsico's shot just missed. Did that hit the glove of McLaughlin?
I think McLaughlin did get a piece of that one.
I think that might have gone in if McLaughlin didn't get a glove on that. And, oh, man, McKenzie and Mooney, no good. Could not get it to go. Another missed opportunity. DeMarco puts on the brakes, and he now has an opportunity with another purple teammate. No good. Cleanup, no good either. And it does go in. Caden, I believe that was no.
That's Nolan, I think. 6. Yeah, Jack
Nolan for the cleanup. Got it to go. A few opportunities for purple to no avail until that last shot from Jack Nolan. Folks, it's a 7-5 game. You know, despite Teal really putting it on, purple is winning in the shot category.
They are, and you've probably watched the first 2 minutes of the game. You'd think purple is winning. A lot of credit to purple's coach Ryan Walker, who played in GOAT last year, now turning into a coach for this year to settle his guys down and get something going.
Puck tried to get to Mooney. McKenzie now has it on the left-handed boards. He still has great control. DeMarco breaks it up along with another purple teammate. That was Mike DeMarco. Seen a lot of control from Matt DeMarco tonight. Mike's been on the quieter side.
If it makes any difference, Matt plays for Penn State, and Mike is a pro. Well, not a pro, but he's a collegiate lacrosse player and plays hockey as well in his spare time.
Yeah, that's an important note. Spare time. He had 6 goals in the GOAT 4v4 league last year, just because why not?
Yeah, plays with his brother, and he's decently talented. I still think he probably could have played at a higher level, but chose lacrosse, and I can't blame him.
A guy who did not play collegiate lacrosse. Oh, and a little bit of action there from DeMarco. Pass from Cooley, no good. Great stop there from Hale. And he's all over the place. The puck is all over the place. What is going on?
Wow.
And we got some shoving going on here.
Yeah, Coley definitely, he had 135 penalty minutes with Arizona this year. He's a known fighter, not a goal scorer. Yeah, no. Nah, just some good pushing, shoving. You know, it's all fun and games here. They're all friends at the end of the day.
Only a few times I've been here at the GOAT 4v4 League. I couldn't even count a few that it's actually gotten heated in the latter parts of the season.
It's only been about last year. Both of them were last year, and it was probably like playoff games or near playoff games.
Oh, and Evan Cunyon with the one-on-one plays it behind his back. And that's going to be a goal. Evan Cunyon with another for purple.
Yeah, Connie, nice work there, just going between, right between the legs. McLaughlin, I don't think he really knew what was coming his way on that one.
Nonetheless, great improv from him.
See Swankler cheating the face-off a little bit there. A little sneaky move from 9 Purple.
Oh, and great move there from Boyson. Just could not control it again. Cooley has it and is at the top of the blue line. He's going to keep it going. Loses control. Still battling up on the boards is Logan Cooley. Teal cannot recover the puck. It's going to go the other way. Bringing it in for purple is Swankler. Swankler has it. Control from Swankler. McLaughlin gets there in time.
Man, McLaughlin has had Swankler's number on a lot of chances. I'm pretty sure you have that chance against maybe half the other goalies, maybe in goal. Swankler got probably a lot better chance of scoring those goals. He probably has at least 5 at this point.
Not only does McLaughlin have Swankler's number, but as we mentioned before, that little red pole around the net also has his number.
Yes,
He's
does.
hit that quite a few times tonight. Played in. Cooley now has possession, 2-on-2. It's going to be with Nick Cyprin. He goes down. Cooley still up. Cooley with the pass. No good. Shot there from Ricky Boyson. Dumped in from Teal by Wyatt George. Still looking for his GOAT 4v4 appearance and the rare occurrence of an icing hit.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, and I think that one could have been a little debatable as Purple was down
Come on,
there.
let him play.
Yeah,
No, I'm kidding.
let the boys play on that now. You know, call the icing if you need to, I mean. But for Teal, they really got to start locking it down. Purple's inching their way back, and Last season they did this a couple times, but those teams that they fought off, held on to their leads. But Purple's going to come at you to the final whistle.
And I'm not going to mention the fact that we admittedly had very different score predictions, as that shot's no good from Boyson off the pass from Cooley. And I think a lot of the people at home also, just looking at this Teal roster, just believe, no, this team might not lose a game.
That's all you said. Yeah, they Purple their flowers here. They're going to fight every second of the game here. They want that win more than maybe they want a championship at this point. And they're on the brink of it. It's only 1-goal game.
You could see it. Purple wants it bad. DeMarsico leading that charge, playing very physical. See it down there below right now. A battle on the boards. Corralled by Cooley. Changes directions. Has it on his left. DeMarsico trying to give Cooley the business. He loses it. Cooley corrals it. Looks for a pass. Still controlled by Logan Cooley. Former 3rd overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft loses it. And Evan Cunyon has a 1-on-0 opportunity. And oh my goodness! Jeez, oh man, they missed it again.
The post has had Purple's number so many times.
Come on, here's this one. Opportunity here. There it goes. Purple with the opportunity there. Finally gets it to go. That's Austin Swankler again.
The hat trick for Swankler as he's talking a little smack to Coley and Mooney on the flyby there to tie this game. And you could just tell he needed that goal as they'll continue fun chance back and forth on the bench.
Kaden, I think with a game this close, I think we're actually going to see a little bit more effort from Teal, and I think you're going to see the best of Teal here in these last few minutes with just 9:15 left to go in the second half. LJ Mooney puts on the brakes. He still has control on the boards. He's going to keep it. Shot there, a pass rather, could not get it to go. Collected by McKenzie. Been a really good controller of the puck tonight. Mooney with the wrister gets blocked. Oh man, an opportunity left right in front of the right in front of the net. Nobody's home.
You see the intense pressure, Bill, that you talked about. Putting Mooney and McKenzie together is a good idea here for Teal.
Two extremely quick guys on the ice could perform and produce a lot of production for this Teal squad. Still even at 7 apiece.
Can't forget about Dane Ramirez as well.
And you got to be kidding me.
Crossbars again.
Again. Just lower your shot, guys, just a little bit. Seriously. Purple with the opportunity, no good.
Yeah, they might practice this one. Just try to put it on net. But, post, crossbar, part of the game.
We get it. It's a summer league game. But jeez, guys, come on. You should be winning like 12-7 right now. Seriously. We're rooting for you. Kanye with a shot saved by McLaughlin. Wow, what a glove there from Kyle McLaughlin.
You had a feel for McLaughlin. He's going to look back and be like, oh, should have saved that. I probably could have saved that one. But thankfully, he has that lucky red bars around him to save the day.
Man, that has been the tell of the tale for this Purple team. I wish there was a goal expected metric going on right now, because you'd have to imagine it would be above 10 with how many times this team has hit the crossbar.
Well, we don't have that kind of advanced metrics. I know Cooley and his NHL club do, but we don't.
And Purple, good corral there from DeMarsico. Wrister there, left the puck with him. He still has control, keeps it in. Great play. Left down low and could not get it to go. DeMarsico with control once again. Wrister gets blocked. Blocked by Ben Kuzma. It's going to stay here.
Yeah, I'll give a lot of props there to Mike DeMarsico there holding at the line. You could see that edge work, for a player that, as we mentioned earlier, doesn't play this, at the junior collegiate level like 99.99% of the guys do in this league. Really good work.
You have to imagine, I think he's probably the only one that does not have a title next to his name as to where he plays professionally. And you know what? That is okay.
It is okay. and he's up there competing with the best of the best, no problem.
Logan Cooley intercepts that pass. It does not. They're not able to enter the zone. Would have been warranted in offsides, as one could have maybe been called there. Move put on by Teal, no good. That was Ricky Boyson. He's going to get it back, pass across to Edwards. A lot of board movement for this Teal team, who's given up 2 straight unanswered. Cooley with the puck. Leaves it for Boyson, saved there by Chase Hale.
Hales really stood tall in the second period, making a lot of key saves. You know, Teal probably hasn't put, 100% effort offensively, but Hale is, and Hale's really making the saves that he needs to. We see Mooney, Coley out there together.
I think that needs to be happened, especially with the lack of offensive production here in the second half for the Teal squad. And here's an opportunity. Pass down low, no good. Pass intended for Nick Seifrin, and now a 2-on-1 opportunity for the boys in purple. Rister, no good. Chip pass up top for DeMarsico. He loses it. Shot there, and did that?
That was blocker. I'll give that one was blocker. McLaughlin made the save on it.
All right, I was gonna say, Kane. I was about to say I was losing my mind in this booth, but we're not in a booth right now.
It's a technical booth,
Yeah, good enough.
This is where other places or other teams, call their games in the centers right here. So I guess a booth.
A race for the puck with DeMarsico and Seifrin. DeMarsico gives him the business a little bit. Mooney with great control tries to get it off to his cousin Logan Cooley. No good. An opportunity here for purple. Oh, and what control. No good. And a little bit of a battle down there.
Yeah, Boyson all over Swankler on that one, just trying to do a little fancy move there.
And is that puck does not go in. LJ Mooney with the shot attempt could not get it to go. 4 minutes left to go here. We're all knotted up in a great contest so far that I actually don't think a lot of people expected to be this close. Pushed in by LJ Mooney. Mooney with great control. As I say that, he loses it. A pass up to purple, a 2-on-1 opportunity. Evan Cunyon has it. He's racing towards the net, loses it. Regains possession. Wide open wrister, no good. Off of some part of McLaughlin, not 100% sure. Off the head of McLaughlin. Shot there from McKenzie, saved by Hale, and he's going to play it.
Yeah, I did not expect him to play it.
A little bit of a long play there, but regardless, purple still has possession. Did have possession.
Mooney is gassed offensively. He needs to change here soon.
Purple regaining control in Teal's end. DeMarsico looking for a pass. Done a really good job controlling the puck in Teal's end. DeMarsico to DeMarsico, no good. Cooley loses it. He's going to get it back. Cooley and Mooney. Cooley still has it. Off the skate there, tapped ahead to purple. Jack Nolan with the puck. He's going to leave it back to Nolan. Rister is good! Jack Nolan taking the lead there for purple with 2:20 left to go. The clock is going to stop at 2:28.
Man, what a play. Purple sends 3 up. Teal stuck back. And a little give and go with Imler. Finally gives it off to Nolan on the backside. And purple takes the lead. Wow.
Clock is not running. There it goes. A little bit of extra time. We're going to stop our clock to make sure it aligns with theirs. Mooney has the puck. They need to get something going. This purple team is hungry. They did not win a game last year. Probably the 82nd time I've mentioned that today. McKenzie has it. He's going to drive to the net. Leaves it for someone. Great defensive play by DeMarsico. Now both DeMarsico brothers getting into it. Purple retains control. Can they get some insurance? Teal with the offensive attack now, pushed in. Losing his feet is George. George gets backs up. He's going to deal it back into purple territory. DeMarsico now has it with a one-on-one. Or 2-on-1 rather with the keeper. Cleared by McLaughlin. Cunyon on the boards. Minute 25 left to go. Cleared from DeMarsico to DeMarsico.
Really smart play.
And that was indeed a smart play. And they're just going to keep it. And Teal now has possession again. McKenzie, one of the quickest players on the ice.
McLaughlin out of the net here.
Man advantage for Teal. McKenzie with control. Looking for Cooley. Cooley has it, and he's going to lose it. And a battle, and oh, man. And that's going to be slapped in from DeMarsico. And that's going to do it.
I don't call it quite yet. We still got. I thought the clock would stop.
That's why I said that. The clock didn't stop. What could have been a scary play down here at center ice, Caden, for Logan Cooley.
He's got kind of tied up there with Swankler going the other way, and thankfully he's okay. But nice work there by Mike DeMarsico, to just get down there and bury it. And they're going to keep McLaughlin out. Really bold strategy off the face.
Clock stopped probably to pay respects to not stopping it in time on the other end. Dump down, no good. 33 seconds left to go. Can Teal knot it up? A battle for the puck. Teal now has it. Left for Mooney. Mooney's going to fly down the ice. LJ Mooney gives it up. Shot saved by Chase Hale. A big save there, Caden.
Yeah, really big save. Mooney wheeling down the right side. Finds a man wide open on the left. And, whoa, man, you just cannot talk about the speed and skill enough of Mooney.
Teal's going to have to get one seemingly in the next 5 seconds here. Mooney corrals it. Mooney with a wrister, no good. Controlled by Teal once again. Wrister there, no good. Hale, and there's a wrister. A tap-in shot there from Ben Kuzma with 7 seconds left to go. And a face-off win for Teal. Could push it down the ice, and Logan Cooley is going to hop on the ice here. Man advantage for Teal. That's going to be a face-off win for Teal. They cannot complete it. Cunyon with the wrister. He missed, but that's going to do it. And Purple doesn't get that shot off in time. But Purple did not win a game all of last year. Dealt a bad card against a very talented Teal team and somehow pulls it off. 9-8 Purple to win the game.
You look at the first 3 minutes of this hockey game, Purple won it. You look at the last 5 minutes of the hockey game, Purple won it. And that's where you're going to make your money. Beginning of game and ending of game. And they couldn't do the ending of games last year. And this is a really good sign looking forward for this Purple squad. And as I mentioned earlier, no Ty Voigt, who plays with the Toronto Maple Leaf system. No Dane Doyak, who plays for Penn State. Two of their, top guys. And you got to give the props to Kyle McLaughlin. He faced a crap ton of shots his way. And he really held his own.
And a little bit of a concerning mark for Teal as well. You're not going to have that production from Logan Cooley all the time. As we mentioned earlier, he's not expected to play every game this season for Teal. Only a few more appearances lined up. It's going to be interesting to see how this Teal team can bounce back from a seemingly a tough loss.
You got to, like I said, you got to give the credit to Purple here. They played their absolute behinds off just to get one win, and they do. And great game. Swankler ends up with a hat trick. 2 goals out of Jack Nolan, kind of one of the underdogs on this team that provides some offense. And a well-deserved 1-year wait for Purple to finally get a win.
Indeed, Purple gets their first win in over a year against a very talented Teal team. Folks, thank you for tuning in for all 3 of our games today. I'm Billy Depew here with Caden McCrory.